Okay, this beer is
Yes.
fantastic.
Some tall boys tonight.
Now, wasn't gonna stream. What happened was the other night, my brother, he was able to stay up later because he was going. Today. Okay, what day is it today?
Friday.
I'm looking at. Okay, we'll talk about other things. Thursday night into Friday, we said we can stream because you're not going in Friday morning. You're not going until Friday afternoon.
Yes.
But you were so tired because you've been working like 14, 15 days, whatever it is.
Yes.
So he went kaput, and I was like, ah, shit. And I sort of left with the stream. And I figured tonight I'm actually tired because you sleep. You can tell him. All right, that's okay.
So normally I don't have to. Normally Friday is my day off. Last week I was called in because someone was on vacation. They had coverage. I lost my job. I worked 14 days in a row. But again, there was scheduling shenanigans, so I had to close today. I'm off tomorrow when I normally work on Saturday. And they did want me to work on Saturday, but I said, no, I need a day. So today, I got to sleep in a bit. I went in the afternoon. So on Thursday night, we streamed, but I was tired from all working.
He could have stayed up Thursday night because he didn't have to get up as early, but he was exhausted. He slept in Friday morning, and now here we are Friday night, and you feel kind of, and you're off tomorrow. You're off tomorrow. So basically, okay, so Thursday he was too tired, even though he could have stayed up, and now Friday. So I said, all right, what the hell? He had said, actually, we can move this, or
we can get up.
No, I want to move the camera too because I don't know.
I think the camera's fine.
Is it? We haven't streamed I crawled up the stairs. Haven't streamed from my room since prior to my accident. I don't even remember things are. You can see the room is much cleaner. It's still a mess, but it's cleaner.
1 second, let me. Yes.
And we have Brother Click. He wanted to show off.
Oh.
We have him to thank because he cleaned this.
Oh yes.
He cleaned this room.
You recall what the room used to look like.
And it's. I totally abandoned him. The landlord. Right in my calendar, I see the last day I had crossed off was the 14th. The 15th was my accident, and the calendar's still in December. And I see landlord on the 20th, and that really got me in paranoid mode. So not only did I not help him, not only did I freak out and spurg out and crash a car, this guy had to do all the work by himself.
I had to clean up the house.
But of course, I said to him, "You can leave my room a mess. Just tell my brother's a slob because, now things are missing."
If you guys remember how this room looked like a junkyard, I couldn't have the landlord see that.
Who cares? He's going to say, "You got to get out now." It's a little too late for that.
Possibly, yes.
Oh, but before remember, I rented a storage facility. Thank God I got some monies from this MetLife thing because I got to pay the rent on the storage facility. We moved out all the TVs. They're in the storage. They're in storage right now.
CRT.
So CRT, the analog cathode ray tube TVs. So I said, okay, what the hell? So I crawled up the stairs here, and saw my shrink this evening. And it was a much calmer session, but maybe I don't want to upload every session, but I brought up the occupational click again because he was talking about my most recent job. Well, it's a long story. Just even positive attention is bad. One of the problems with this most recent job is they were begging me to take full time right out the bat because their former crew leader overnight had retired and they couldn't get anyone, and none of the people who work there wanted it because they were already full time, and they couldn't transfer anyone because it was the same company, different union district. It's a whole fucking thing, and I'm like, I don't want attention. I had people nothing to do with grocery begging me to take full time at first. I'm like, I don't like how a manager can drum people up either way, even if it's positive. I was telling maybe I'll share this if you want to see the shrink stream. If not, I won't. But I haven't streamed from my bed right now. I really haven't sat in anything other than a wheelchair or on the couch since my accident, or a hospital bed. So this is the first time sitting in
A chair.
Like a chair. I don't know if you can.
Actually, I'll stand up. The chair looks just like this chair.
Yeah. So, and it's not too bad. My right leg I can't lean over like I used to because it's still healing. But the fact that I can sit in this chair, for me, that's a big accomplishment. So I figure, what the hell? That's why I called this Rumor. The name of the stream is Rumor. And I hope it looks okay. Am I in focus? We don't have to stay on too long.
Yeah, I know.
But I think my brother, because he did a good job. Not only, originally he and I are supposed to clean together. He had to clean all by himself and deal with my retarded ass in a fucking hospital bed. So all I do is put pressure. This is disgusting. Yeah, it's still messy and sloppy, but it's not as. But nothing was thrown out. Things were just sort of shuffled around as I record, which kind of sucks, even though it's filth. I know where the stuff is. Like, okay. This looks like a pile of crap to you. I know, right? Okay. Like before, I was like, okay, where's that bag? Oh, that's missing. Okay, where's like some rags I used to have? There used to be in that pile there. Wait, that pile's missing. Wait, where's that? Like everything is different to me. So, and I can't. It's frustrating because this will never be my room again. We'll have to move out of here. I'll try to learn to walk again. But right now, I can't get up and rearrange things or find things. It's like this room is kind of. I'll probably this stopped being my room before we moved out because of a car. So it's poetic in a strange way. I don't know. All right. So what were we talking about?
Nothing much.
I felt bad because you had to leave early last night. And if that's it, that's it. And how does this? I still wonder how it looks. It looks like. Was that okay?
I guess I look a little blurry. You can do that thing with your fingers, but that never really worked.
Yes, the Beppis fingering. You probably pull slightly closer.
Yeah,
how do you sound? How's the mic? I don't know if you can close up.
How do we sound?
Well, they're not all as entertaining, and I prefer to post. I'd rather have one thought-provoking video than like 10 meh videos. But I was thinking about posting because it was a later time, which is unique. And I brought up the occupational click again. He said, a lot of people might have thought that's a really good thing, a positive thing. I'm like, no. I just remember before my accident, I was recording a bunch of videos I was going to upload and share. I never got around to editing them, putting together. Maybe I should, because I have some. You can see what my life was like just before the accident in November, December, working at this other shit job, another grocery store. I can upload those, but it's like, do I want to sift through them all? And it's been since the accident, it's like meh. But I was, I would drive home in the morning and I would do like I forget what the app was. I downloaded it. It's on my old camera that got destroyed, my old phone. The app where you could see myself and switch to the road. So who wants to look at me the whole time? But it's good to show my face sometimes. Who's speaking. People like to see the narrator. So, yes. But I was doing like a whole workplace video thing. But and then the accident. Who gives a shit? But what was I going to describe? It was much more calm, much more subdued. But I said it's the same concept. Secondhand hatred. You have the same thing. It's secondhand. People who don't know me or even have any need to know me or care about me or hey, you're doing a really great job. You should be full time. It's like, well, how would you know either way? You're not the grocery department. You're the fucking baker, the deli guy who comes in the morning. How do you know who or what I am or how great I am? Either way, you wouldn't know. Why are you begging? They were I know the manager said, that store manager, we need a full-time guy. And that guy was transferred to the others. It's like the whole thing is you can transfer the managers, the salary. I don't think explaining all this. Does anyone want to talk about anything more? Yes, it's a new setting. It's my room. Hence my first time. It's a big deal for me. Crawling upstairs. I still can't walk. So it's a big deal for me to be able to stream in this location. Can't get a wheelchair into that study room, so we can move the computer down there. And I sat there. I don't want to sit there again. So it's just my brother wanted to showcase, even though it's still a dump, it's less of a dump. And all these years I couldn't do that. All I did was add to the pile. Maybe God or the universe or whoever wanted me to have this accident so that you could, yes.
Exactly.
Yes. Dr. We used to know you as David Lee Rothschild, which I always thought was a great name. One of my favorite names. David Lee Rothschild, you're from what, Wyoming, you said? You're Wyoming, I think. Was it Wyoming or Idaho? Idaho, Wyoming?
Might be Idaho.
And you were, I think he's pushing 50. Give us your stats, man. David Lee Rothschild.
Welcome back.
I should debate OffGrid. I don't know. No. OffGrid's, see the thing. I like OffGrid. He's come on several times and he's a nice guy, but there's not much to talk about. He's never come on animated. He's always come on like, hey. So I don't know I don't think it'd be a very fruitful debate.
No, that would be a waste. Just having a brief conversation is good enough.
I like the guy, but I don't think we can have like a substantial. He's a nice guy, but I don't think we could. Yeah, I don't think we'd go anywhere. It's a bad idea. Okay. So we talked about the room.
Yes.
We talked about. You're going to show your eyes now. What else was there to discuss? Is that it?
I think that's it.
I want to see something. Now, I don't really care about taking calls, but the other night it was pissing me off. It wouldn't let me post a link. So let me see if I can do that. Can I post a link? because I'm using my old XP computer, and XP no longer supports the traditional browsers. So I'm using that Chromium, which is it's a Google Chrome knockoff, but it looks like Chrome, but it's not Chrome. It's not affiliated directly with Google. But yeah, so let me post it, thank God, because I don't know what's going on with the downstairs or whatever's going on down there. So this Chromium, there we go. If someone wants to, if not, I don't care. I just want to see. It kept saying YouTube won't let you post. You can't post a link. I'm like, this is my fucking channel. Oh, wasn't there something we were downstairs? I'm like, there are things you should mention on stream. That's it. We always say, oh, you should mention it next time we stream, and then we can't remember.
Yeah.
Don't pour yourself in the beer. If you're getting tired too, your bed's right across. You can just. I gotta crawl downstairs. You can go to the bed. His bedroom.
I'm doing fine.
No, you're okay. Brother Click wanted to say, what were we talking about? We always say this. Oh, that's a good thing to mention in the stream. And
oh yeah, that's right. One of my coworkers,
yes.
was actually the supervisor.
A Negro.
Yes.
Who has called you up before saying, drunk on his night off, I love you, buddy. Thanks for being part of the team.
He has a herniated disc and he's out of commission. But there's this one woman who works in another department who's kind of dating him. And she goes to visit him and she says, oh, he's immobile. He's pissing in bottles now, which this guy does.
That's funny because, like I said, me being who I am, I would have said to these people, because they want to work all these hours, I would say, yo, you fuckers suspended me like a week ago because you like the fact that I was 5 minutes late a few times. Go fuck you. It's like I'd be like pissed, but you said no, we can't do that. We need the job. Plus, that might get you in the. These idiots, they suspend you. They made you drive all the way there and back. Okay, well, if me being 5 minutes late is so horrible, clearly I'm screwing up your operation. You don't need me. Oh, now you need me to work extra hours because somebody. It's like you got to be careful on these jobs. These idiots. It's just. And I always had a problem with that. I would call out. I wouldn't curse, but I'd call out managers for that stupid, and they'd get even more angry having their stupidity pointed out to them, which would mean they would turn a blind eye when the hostiles would come after me. They'd say the managers would think, "Good, let him get his." Ha 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 ha. Okay. If I knew Hacker was on, I probably wouldn't stream because. He gets kind of boring after. He seems to be in a flatter, calmer mood tonight. Close to Jellystone. Friends with we went there. My father always wanted to go. We packed up a station wagon years ago.
Oh, yes.
We're talking almost 30 years ago now, and we went out to Yellowstone one summer.
We did.
That was nice. It was okay. I don't regret it. I think it seemed a little overrated. Like I don't mean that it's overrated. It was a nice place, but there are nicer places that don't get the acclaim that Yellowstone does. So it's not bad. I'm glad it's a national park. I just didn't think it was. It was okay. It just wasn't. Of all the different places we got to visit, it's like that didn't seem like that should be the pilgrimage, the be all end all park. I really like the Pacific Northwest. The Olympic National Park.
Yes.
But Yellowstone's nice too. I'm sorry, are you in Wyoming? Or I remember Yellowstone is mostly in Wyoming, but parts of it extend into Idaho and Montana. It's where the three states come together. You just tell us which state you're in, or is that too personal? I can't remember now. It's been 30 years. There was that town. We stayed in the town was in Wyoming, just outside the gates of the park. No, it was in Montana. I can't remember. Was it Red Cloud? Or I can't remember now. Beartooth Pass was very. We're not living our lives, man. We got to go out west. Yeah. Should we start moving some more of this shit to storage? And
yes, we should.
Well, it takes two. You got to do the lifting, lugging. I got to sit here on my ass and say,
pointing.
Yes, exactly. Be careful when you put that in the van. Put that in the left, that in the right. Not that it matters. And this is Destroyed by Foids. He goes by King Matt now, but this is DBF. Destroyed by Foids.
Yes.
You, DBF, finally admitted that I'm a Spurg. Well, I think normies, including failed normies, have a hard time discerning who is and isn't. But when you are a Spurg, you kind of pick up on it. So I'm glad it took a while. I know it's slower for but yes. Yes, I'm a Spurg. I think that's because something my shrink said. He's not fully convinced, but then he doesn't think anyone's a Spurg unless you're staring at a wall. To him, Spurg means you can't even talk, or you talk in one word sentences. Yes. And I always said if I could do it over again, maybe I should. I would fake it because I would say, hi, autistic. You say, well, what do you like to do for fun?
Stare at wall.
Bugs. I would have acted because this idiot doesn't even know what it fucking is. But that's another reason why I want to post it on tonight's my session tonight. Because you through that whatever that thing is, that webinar thing, whatever it is, when I do the virtual, what's it called, telehealth. He posted a whole like general blurb about autism. And he was like, some of these are you, some of these are not. I'm like, this isn't very professional. You're supposed to get your Bible out, your DSM, whatever. Yeah. But he's looking at it and he goes, he did concede that he goes, you actually, one thing that I can say about you, the social problems. You seem to have a lot of social problems. It's affecting. Maybe that is a case for you. It's almost like he's kind of thinking, oh, maybe. So it's like, yes, I'm glad normies are finally slowly. That's part trying to educate. It's always that corny. You got to educate people. Most people don't give a shit about these things, but in a way, it's like a slope. It's like, listen. You think I'm a Spurg or not? You think I'm bipolar or not? You think I'm whatever? With some other, hyperbolic moods or whatever random diagnosis you want to pick out. If you think I'm that or not, you got to at least try to understand what that thing is, and then tell me why you think it does or doesn't apply. Most of it has just been a hand wave. No, I don't think you're autistic because even though I don't know much about it, to me, autistic means staring at a wall, bugs, shirts, mashed potatoes. So anyone who doesn't fit that to a mold, I'm like, if someone's that fucked up, how would they even need a therapist? Just stick them in a fucking warehouse them away and let them stare at a wall all day. I mean, what drew me to the Spur thing, it's like I used to look, I would type in like, no friends, no girlfriend, can't hold a job, what the fuck's wrong with me? And I get these pages of people saying, man, all my life I was different. I was fucked up. I did okay in school, so everyone said you're fine, but my whole life has been a disaster. And that's so the whole being a Spurg is most debilitating when you're expected to live like a normie. Yes. If someone is that obviously, if they're that obviously fucked up, I mean, like when I'm in a wheelchair, me being in a wheelchair, people know I'm not going to be able to get up and run around. So when people see someone staring at it's like, they're fucked up. It seemed like most of the Spurg websites they were on, the common variable was, because most of these people were my age, if not much older. They didn't diagnose these things. The common denominator was, all my life I struggled socially. I've had weird problems other people don't have, but everyone told me, well, you're normal because you passed all the regular academic tests. That's what Spurgdom is. It's social failure, totally on the outs. They can smell it on you. They hate you for it. But on paper, academically, you don't have to go to the special class. That one classroom with the kid who wears a bicycle helmet, but he can't ride a bike. He can't ride a bike. Doesn't know how to ride a bike, but he's always wearing a bicycle helmet. That class. Every school has one or two. But the argument is, well, you don't belong in that class intellectually, so you're fine. Whoa. I knew Hacker Lewis was streaming. Davis Aruini. The Davis Aruini. Whoa. This is a dilemma, isn't it? I won't be jealous. Morrissey Wildcat. Go to him. It's okay. Thank you for stopping by. I have no idea who that is, but he must be phenomenal. He must be the best. I mean, well, Hacker. Hacker's much better than I am, and I can't believe someone out there is better than Hacker. But after Hacker, I guess this Aranini guy is what, number 2? Arini.
Yeah,
Arini.
I've never heard of him.
Maybe. I like OffGrid. I don't see that, but okay, maybe. Yes, I've shared it before. I have it downstairs. What I was diagnosed with. Next time I'm downstairs, remind me. I think I have because I have the paperwork scanned, and I made up a thumbnail to blow it up the things I was officially diagnosed with. Yes. But I wasn't diagnosed until a couple years ago, and now I should be doing something with that. Yeah. But we're in the midst of our whole father's stroke, having to move in to take care of our mother, and get them in a place. We were in this whole disaster with our idiot fuck up parents. It's like put my whole life on hold. But I knew about Spurgdom for like 20 years from the internet. But what made me think I can do this, get a diagnosis, it was the inspiration that was the great philosopher known as Grotesque Subhuman, or Todd Thundercock. So I did get a diagnosis finally a couple years ago, and there were other things on it. Neuropsychs of that, ADHD. I don't feel like going through all this shit again. No. Didn't give me OCD because this bish. She was like, well, because you don't wash your hands or have rituals, I'm not going to say it's true OCD, even though I think thought, thought OCD is a thing. She said, I still, like, her hang up was, unless you're actually doing something repeatedly. And I do she said, these are more stims, like the finger sniffing, or that's stimming. If you like, oh crap, I touched this, now I got to touch it 20 times the world. I said, no, I was honest. I don't have rituals like that, but I get these obsessive thoughts that I just can't get out of my head and dwell on, like, my existence. Rumination. It's one of those funny things. It's great on paper. It's good for paperwork. When you're walking about, you can say, I have autism. No one can prove or disprove. And people don't even know what that is half the time or care, or they think it just means you're retarded. So you really can't use an excuse unless it's some official capacity and you have that piece of paper. But, oh, crap, our passports are expiring this year.
Oh, fuck.
Where's mine downstairs in the little study? We got to find our passports.
Yeah.
Think about official. I want to put all the official documentation before we move. So it's all the super important shit is in one place. So it doesn't get, misplaced in the move. You know what I mean? Thank you. My spurred papers, our passports, some other things. Most of the stuff I have now is like digitized, but things you need that passport, that piece of paper. I still have the power of attorney form. My father had a stroke. Doesn't really mean much now, but if I went to a doctor with him, I'd show that. That meant, okay, they can talk to me. For medical reasons, you can't talk, but because I'm power of attorney, I'd show them that piece of paper. I need the essential meat and potato. Does Kissy swing both ways? Who's Kissy?
I have no
There's
idea.
like a whole world of people.
That's weird because didn't Hacker do like a kissy face or something?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
If you see something, point it out or click on it because I don't know. Sometimes I miss things in chat.
There's a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, I remember this. Is this camera or is this computer or some combination thereof?
Who the fuck knows?
The Beppis fingering trick. The Beppis finger maneuver. Okay. My brother got me some vape today because I'm a helpless fuck.
Exactly.
I was watching something once about, beehives, and most beehives, pretty much all beehives are a real matriarchy. Virtually all the bees, regardless of what they have to do, they're all female, from the queen down to the drones and everything. But every so often, there'll be, I forget what they call them, they'll have a few males, and male bees are pretty much useless. They can't do shit. Their only goal in life is to get strong enough to fly. They fly out once and only once to mate with the queen of another hive, and their stinger. It's basically like, not to sound crude, it would be as if pretend your penis and vagina. The penis and balls get ripped off. They stay in the vagina, but there's a separate hole for laying eggs. And even though the penis and testicles are ripped off, the male bee dies. Of course, he mates once, but that. Whatever it is, the stinger, the whatever they call it, it stays in the queen bee for years. So it'd be like you're dead, but your cock and ball are still shoved into this chick, producing babies for years to come. But in the meantime, these males are so helpless. All they can do is wait around, and they have to wait for the certain, not the drones, what are the other ones? I forget what they're called, the guardian bees to come and bring them pollen and food to eat. Otherwise, they would die. And sometimes, occasionally, they do die if like the hive is under stress. Or there's some problem outside. If like a prisoner in lockup, if they don't get their meal after a certain time, they could die. So they're completely and totally utterly reliant until their one moment to shine. I become reliant on, oh, buddy, give me some rape. Give me some rape. Well, I see myself as incredibly helpless and dependent just to exist. I depend on an outside source. That's the analogy I'm trying to make here. Just as the male bee is effectively, completely, and totally helpless. If they don't come and tend to him, he'll die. He's completely and utterly dependent. I think that's the analogy I was trying to make. Did we not understand that?
Yes.
And Donna was here, but now she's not. There's no Donna. This is just sad. It's nothing but male bees, all helpless, waiting to be tended to.
Yes.
Is this on? Yeah. Okay. And this is what this is. Saturday night, so I know a lot of people are out partying and shit.
It's Friday night.
Oh, it's Friday. Wait, oh, well, that's. I'm sorry. I clicked real quick. The calendar on the wall.
Technically Saturday morning.
You probably can't even see that. That calendar on the wall, it's like frozen in time. It goes up to December. It's December 2025. So it's frozen in time. So I just kind of with the mouse scrolled to the bottom. It said Saturday. I went with that. It's Friday night, but whatever. The point is, it's a party night. These people are out,
Exactly,
living their lives. Why would you want to be here, watching some loser like me?
Exactly.
Oh, I did up until my accident. Like were you not listening? Like the male B, I'm totally helpless, independent. Unless my buddies want to come and drag me to the party, but I don't want them to have to. They've insisted, but I don't want to impose upon them. So I don't do it anymore because of the state I'm in. So the answer is no longer. Okay.
So yes.
I thought it was that. Oh yeah. So you're the manager guy who likes you a lot and calls you up. Oh, I'm so glad you work with her, buddy. He's in the hospital with what's his problem?
He's not in the hospital yet. He has a herniated disc.
Okay, well, he needs surgery.
Yes.
For sure. If he's that fucked up, he can't even get up to piss. It's so painful.
Yeah.
And he's what, just pissing in jugs and shit. And
Yes.
yes. Wow. Okay. And my right foot is still. I don't want to put too much pressure on it because I haven't been cleared. I hope it fuses properly. Unlike there's that episode of The Simpsons. Hey, this is your new hip. Metal thing breaks. Whoops. That's my existence now. How's your existence? Okay, well, half an hour is not too bad.
It's just a decent little thing.
And I don't really recognize the room anymore. It's so
No, you can never go.
barren. Yes. Well, I can make this my new home. Should I sleep up here tonight? Ooh. Oh, the kitchen's downstairs. I need to go to the kitchen to get. Well, I'm thinking about it. I don't want to start a new shrink until I figure out what my physical therapy schedule is. Because how do I tell a new shrink? New shrink says, all right, I'm only available on Wednesday. Great. That's my physical therapy day. Let's say it turns out a few weeks later that becomes, then, if it's something like that, physical therapy has to come first. After I get that scheduled, I'll worry about finding someone else. Even my shrink tonight's like, you should find someone who has an MD, a medical doctor. I'm like, it was what I mean, but I mean in psychology. I forget what he is. He told me once. I can ask him again. He's not an MD. He's some kind of other, I don't know, PhD probably. It's all philosophy. He said I should get an MD in a psychiatrist or psychologist. I said about the neuropsych. He's like, well, the neuropsych give you the diagnosis. You get someone who you see for a few sessions and they write a letter for you. He's basically trying. He doesn't want to be brought into this, but he doesn't want to get a packet in the mail or on his computer saying, this is Social Security. What do you think? He doesn't want to be involved. He's very much a do nothing. He's finally this is the culmination of his life. I'm probably his most challenging.
Yes.
Like Destroyed by Freud said. Well, I finally admit your respect now that I actually got to know the bigger picture. So many people are like that. They just think, okay, you're normal enough that you're not a spurge, but you're fucked up enough that we fucking hate you. You're doing it on purpose. Like even my shrink is like, oh, maybe it's a very slow fucking crawl, but he doesn't want to be. It's like this is you're not just out of school here. Church of Modern Medicine. You're not just some run-of-the-mill priest. You're the exorcist. You're supposed to be the seasoned pro, man. He's finally being called upon to do some real work. And I just wanted to sit back.
Yes.
Like, he's in the 70s. Doesn't want to retire because he wants to collect his shekels. He thinks telehealth is the greatest thing ever. He still has an office and people still occasionally visit. But it's so I can just sit here and people come to me and I get paid for it. It's time to give back, you fucker of mothers. Yes. But yes. But so I don't want to change anything until at least know what's going on physical therapy wise. I keep looking at the calendar. What day is it? Oh, that's a useless fucking Well, even though I've been in this room in 3 months, that instinct is still there. Like, oh, that's where my calendar is. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Chris, where was that mini amp I had? Do you see it? Some of that little. I had a little tiny electric guitar amp. You ever go nuts? But do you
I
remember?
think it might be in the closet now.
It used to be like right here on the side.
Yeah.
You put that. You had to go in the closet. It was such
I guess. Yeah. I don't know. Now's not the time for this.
Yes. Then when? If not now, then when?
Tomorrow, the next day.
Buddy.
Yes.
Like it used to be. I used to know where things were. It used to be right there. You know, I hadn't touched it in years. It was right there. How did it end up? Why did it have to be moved exactly?
It's like a vacuum.
Vacuum the floor. Fuck that. It's like. Yes. Hello, Jasmine. Do I have to get up and hobble? You can't. Jesus Christ.
There's all this crap in there.
Yeah, I know. It's just what did you do here, buddy? Let him see the fucking filth hole. Okay, then when you get in, just you don't have to dig for it. Just slide it open. If it's right there. Or, So yeah, so I don't want to see a new shrink until I know what the physical therapy story is. This is my first stream in this room since my accident. Crawled up the stairs because I wanted to stream from a new location, and I felt bad that BroC had to go to bed last night. He was really burned out. Tonight, you know, he slept in this morning. He worked this evening. They switched into an evening shift because the herniated disc guy and blah blah. Long story short, he's off tomorrow, so it doesn't matter if he has a few beers and stays up. So I wanted to make up for yesterday, and maybe there's nothing to make up for. But I thought, you know, he just didn't get enough screen time, so I wanted to. What the hell is this? Because I can't stand, I can't move, I can't. I was telling my brother, even right now, if I wanted to go through things, I really couldn't. I can crawl around the floor. It's I don't know. It's not practical. It's not realistic. Do you not see the wheelchair? You've seen my other streams. You don't see the wheelchair. You don't see how my right leg is. My right. I've shown you enough times. If you weren't paying attention then, you're not going to pay attention now. So why bother repeating? But yes. Oh, what else? Yeah, I was thinking my mini guitar amp. Where the hell did it go? Unless it's in the base. It might be in the base. I thought it was in here. It's funny, these things you have and don't really care about, they become like background objects, and all of a sudden, when you want them, you can't have them. When you want them, they go missing. Fine. You can't just. It might be downstairs, actually, in the basement, I think about it. You can't just slide it up. Is that door not going to open? It's jam-packed full of shit. If you don't see it, don't go down. Just quickly, what do you think was on top?
No, I don't see
it's a fucking mess. It's all right. Okay. I didn't realize so much shit was crammed in there. Pile of shit in back there. And there's that.
I can't really see. You're giving it to me. See, all that shit in front of the door. Artistic angles.
Okay. Yeah, so it's fitting because I was living in a dump before I was in the wheelchair, but hey, I am where I belong. I finally, just when we're cleaning the house is when I finally live up to the hype of, you know, it was a dump, but I didn't have the chair. As soon as I got the chairs and we started cleaning a bit, so. Yes, and see, that's another thing. You see, Totem is still youngish. He's 30-something, I think. He might still be, I don't know, late 20s or 30s. He doesn't realize how, oh my God, it's no joke. Things change. It really does. And you don't even, sometimes, even now, sometimes I go to stand up and I'm like, oh, wait, I can't do that. You still think you can do things, but your body tells you quickly learn, oh man, you know, it's disappointing at first. I used to be able to hop that fence, no problem. Now I can't, but I don't want to damage something. I don't want to be in pain. I better not, you know, push myself. Yeah. So, yes. So, yes, Endymion gets it. How are you, Endymion, how the hell are you? Los Angeles, lives in the studio apartment. What does that mean? Should I know this word, snoffy?
I have no idea what snoffy
What does snoffy mean? Snoffy? Is this an actual word, like some SAT word I've forgotten, or is this some new slang term? Could be either. This isn't a word, or is this some Brit? It sounds like a Britishism. We're snogging in the back, getting snoffy. It sounds like something the British would say. What the hell is snoffy? So give me coffee and TV. easily. Seen so much, I'm going blind, and I'm brain dead virtually. Sociability is hard enough for me. Take me away from this big bad world and agree to marry me. We can start over again. This is red. It's like dry skin. I don't know this is like, what is this? It's a bruise. It's not a pimple. What the hell is this redness on me? You see here and here?
I don't know. Did you hit your head?
Was it like a scrape? Yeah, it's like, I don't know what I did. I fall over. Did I turn? I didn't notice this because I'm not, looking in the mirror 24/7. I don't know what these red marks are. So this is a little painful. This doesn't really hurt as much, but it's like maybe BroC was beating me off camera. Oh, I tripped. Please, sir. No.
When he sleeps, I beat him.
It just means it's enough.
Oh, it's snuff. Show no. I know.
Is this a word? Is this a new term or an old term? Is this a Mississippi term?
We'll look into it.
Makes me think of Snuffleupagus. They called him Snuffy for short. Are you a Snuffleupagus?
That's what it means.
Snuffleupagus.
Yes.
Endymion is all Snuffleupagus. I was gonna. Are we winding? Well, now with this beer. The beer is damn good.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think we might be winding it down the next 5 minutes. Not a lot going on, not a lot to say.
Yes. I'm glad we streamed from the room again.
Yes, just a change of it.
You got to show off your handiwork.
Yes.
It's a little less of a mess. This is a nice lamp, nice and bright.
You're welcome.
Where's the other one? We have two. Where's it? It's downstairs?
It's in my room.
It's in your room, okay. Gotta take inventory. Just getting upstairs is a pain in the ass. Gotta crawl. It's like I'm supposed to clean it. It's like, no. The universe did not want me to clean. Okay. I don't really want to talk to him. I'll put it one more time. I'm just glad it's letting me post links again because I have such bull. YouTube won't let me post links. What the fuck? What the fuck? It's my channel, nigga. I can't post links. Can't post links. That was like, huh? Okay, what else? Got some tall boys. Friday night party night. We talked about the shrink again. I maybe I'll upload that video, maybe not. It's like it is starting to hurt. It's like a radiation. This is what is all this? So on the right, did I sleep on something? Okay, so what else was there? It's like, look at, is it getting redder as I sit here?
Now that you mentioned it.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck is this? Not so much here or here, but like right here.
Put the knob in your face.
Oh, I should get the electric razor I love so well. You think it's in the closet? Or no, it's in the other room. All right, I gotta find that and bzzz, give myself a real proper buzz. You might be. It could be. It was a bit warm. Today was cold. Yesterday was warmer.
Yes, it was warmer.
So when it's a little bit warmer, the insects just rush to get out.
Yeah, I know.
It could be, but I don't know. That many bitten in that many places, maybe centipede. Oh. It looks like I bumped. It looks like yeah. That could be too. Hit my head. I wasn't really in a car crash. I lied to you. When I fell from the heavens, I hit my head and broke my legs.
Totem is calling you an angel.
Yes.
Oh.
But the truth is, I'm no angel. No, I'm no stranger to the street. I got my label. So please don't crumble at your feet. Oh, come on, baby. Come on, Totem. Come and let me show you my tattoo. Let me drive you crazy. Come on and love me, Endymion. You don't give a darn about. That was popularized by Greg Allman, but it was a cover. I forget who wrote it, but it was originally performed by one of the guys from the Kingston Trio. It was the guy who did Gold. I think it was. I don't look at the original version, but the best known. He mentioned being an angel, but he's getting tired.
Yeah, I guess.
I thought I'd be falling asleep because you. Okay, so yeah. Right here. All right, what else is new? I figured, I'm drinking the beer. I hate to kill when I'm doing a beer. But if you have to kill, we can kill it. Where's my Scorpion CD? We took a drive before my accident. It was sometime before my accident. We take a drive up to his Union Hall. And we brought my Scorpion CD. It never made its way back into the house. Is it in your room? Is it my room? Is it downstairs? Where's my Scorpion CD? Their greatest hits. One of my favorites. Hello, Diffusi. Nobody hated on anybody. It shouldn't be interpreted.
Well, we don't know what OffGrid does when he's not here. Maybe there are other people who produce his channel who hate him.
He's saying we hated on him last night. No. We had a disagreement. Well, you might have gone to bed. We had a disagreement.
Oh, okay. Something happened.
Well, okay. Well, you remember you got a kick out of that video. What was it called? OffGrid with Mom's Prosperity. Now, while that was clever, we'll give the broken clock, what's his name? Penny Pounder. We'll give him credit. It's not like he was the first to have that idea. He just spelled it out. OffGrid with Mom's Prosperity. I think that's right. You missed all this. OffGrid got very defensive. He goes, I'm not a NEET. It's like, well, okay, I could start a business if I wanted to. I'm like, yes, maybe you can. Good for you. And I said, I'd love to live with my mother if I could just, if I could. I'm not knocking it. I am not knocking it. He's like, no, I'm not a NEET. I'm just staying with them so I can save up money. It's like, dude, you work at a part-time Walmart job. You'd be homeless without your mother. So I don't want to hear this shit. You know what I mean? I'm very reliant on you, and you're burning through money. So we're honest here. I guess he didn't like being, he's a NEET in denial. He didn't like being in proximity to us. He wanted to see himself as like, I don't know.
This is like the whole crux of your being here, I guess. Todd is a NEET, and he's a shameless NEET. You want to be a shameless
I want to be a shameless NEET.
OffGrid takes issue with being called a NEET. This crowd or your philosophy is being a NEET is awesome. It's the way to go.
And I'm not knocking it, man. If I could live with my mother and just save up whatever money I made at my part-time job to spend on myself or save up, that's awesome. I'm not knocking it. But the whole I compared him to Horsehead, who has the wife and the kid and the rich in-laws, or even Endymion, who is struggling but lives on his own independently. It's like maybe OffGrid could do it. Maybe I'm not saying I'm not making fun of him, but even if you could do it right now, you are quasi NEET. I don't think your Walmart job is making the grade here, man. Maybe one day your junk hauling business will take off. And that's great. It's not knocking you or the way you live. It's just criticizing your denial about the way you currently live. That's the denial. You don't have to be in denial. This Diffusi dude, whoever he is, that looks kind of like a younger hacker in his picture. I don't know who's Diffusi. Do you know?
I've never heard
Diffusi. Give us your stats. Where you're from, age, sex, location, and also are you Spurg, NEET, just a regular guy who likes watching this stupid shit. You can give us some of your background.
Yes.
Okay, that's great, man. That's great. You're missing the point. He thinks it's a pissing contest. I guess this is where we're taking offense. No one's making fun of you. We're not making fun of you for living. Maybe some people are not making fun of you for that. Living with your mom and saving. I'm not making fun of you for that. It's the denial. I make more than your brother. Maybe you do, but it doesn't matter. You're not the one paying the fucking mortgage or the property taxes, so you got to even keep. He's got to work like a dog and waste his money on me. I'm needing off of him right now. I'm getting need off the government. OffGrid has the luxury of living off his mother, which is fine, good for you. But this isn't a fucking pissing contest. You're starting to sound like Dev Pike with this pissing contest bullshit. Oh my God! Just like him, I'm going to do a bunch of trading. Good for you. In the meantime, you're heavily dependent on your parents. Maybe you'll get there one day. Maybe become a great trader, or you'll become like one of those fund investor people. I'm not knocking it, but for right now, it's not your bread and butter. Likewise, your junk business might be like the best thing of Northwest Oregon since I don't know the Goonies, but you're not there yet. And I told the same thing to Dev Pike, like Jesus Christ, it's not. No one's making fun of you, but you're already going to the. I mean, it's like that's not you're not the takeaway.
OffGrid, you don't need to prove anything.
You don't have to prove anything. You don't have to get defensive. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ for real. Okay. Do we?
Why the fuck?
All right. Hello. How are you?
Heidi ho.
I'm here to clear the air because you're wrong. And
remember, this is a shitty browser.
You keep spouting off. First of all, you need to get a job. Okay?
Yes.
Quit the whole bullshit fucking... Oh, I have such a fucking... What is it? See, you put me on the spot here. I'm not even ready to fucking...
Oh, that's right. There's part of his whole, like... He just had that sort of norm. You just get a job, you're bumming. Like, listen, he's not going to...
So there's a philosophical difference. You want to be a small business owner with your detailing, and that's great.
Dude. That's another misconception. I work Walmart part-time, and I do detailing right now. So I do fucking have full-time income. I've always had full-time income. I fucking had a place with my girlfriend, myself. I don't know what you're trying to get out of calling me mommy's boy. Fucking no shit.
Whoa. I didn't call, see, I think I know what's really going on here. You're taking things various people have said and you're projecting them onto me. I never said mommy's boy. I said, hey, if I could have all that and live off my mother, I'd do it.
Boy. I am a mama's boy, but it doesn't make me a fucking loser, neat piece of shit. Oh, I don't want to work. Oh, I have so many.
I think the problem is you don't know what a neat is.
You don't know what a neat is because you're calling me one. Do you know what it means? Not in education or employment. Hello, I fucking work and I own a business. You stupid fuck.
Okay, no. Here's the problem. I'm glad you have your business there. That's great.
You want to see my business card?
Right. Do you want the term? Do you prefer the term neat adjacent? I mean, what do you want me to tell you?
This is the philosophical difference. OffGrid looks down upon neats, whereas OC praises neatness and wants to be a neat.
Well, then I can say, get out of your house, you bum. Stop leeching off your mother. You should actually buy a nicer house for her, pay for everything, let her live with you. Time for you to take care of her. That's how you prove you're not a neat, okay? And the whole thing, loser neat. He associates neatdom with being a loser. That's where the disconnect comes in. I don't mean neat as an insult. A bum on the street is a neat. A trust fund baby is a neat. Homeless guy's a neat. Someone living off the government's a neat. It doesn't matter where the income comes from. If you're dependent on someone else's income, or at least your lifestyle is heavily supplemented by someone else's income, fine, you're neat adjacent. And that's not necessarily an insult. But so I guess we're seeing your true colors. You think all us neats or wannabe neats are...
Fair enough, but you guys act like because my mom has a nice house and everything that I'm living so fucking fancy. It could be I could have poor parents. I'm getting the same benefit. I'm just getting a room and board, and I'm on my own. Besides that, so what's the big fucking deal?
Well, it's not a big fucking deal, but you're not really on your own. And even if you could pull it off on your own, you get that luxury of having that safety net, that outside safety net. That
sure, all right, good for me.
Right.
I just have a question. Don't take
it. You know what? If I was with you in your brother's situation, I'd consider that a more dire situation because my mom doesn't need me to do shit, but your brother needs you to do shit. So I'd get any fucking job I could.
Yes. Oh yeah, you can criticize me. We were talking about why you're so offended as of being a neat or living with your mother or being partly dependent on your mother, so you can save even more money. If you didn't have her, you would have less disposable income because you'd be using that to keep yourself afloat. And whether you could do that or not is highly questionable right now. I do scratch my head sometimes, but that's just me. Maybe I'm wrong. But you're taking offense at the whole quasi-neat thing. Like, neats are losers. Don't you call me a loser? You're the loser, not me. That's what you sound like, man. Okay, but
because it's true. I can afford a fucking apartment or a room with roommates easily, but why would I do that? That doesn't make sense.
Oh, you wanted to ask him something?
Oh yeah, don't take this the wrong way. Don't get upset. Sure. Do you pay your mother rent?
No, why would I pay her rent? I'd pay in other ways. Dude, I moved in because she had a heart attack in the first place.
Oh, okay.
When we had to move back in when my father's stroke, we had to contribute to rent. It became me because my father had the stroke. I mean, me, my brother, and my mother with her fucking Social Security. Pay. So it's like you have a luxury we don't, and that's awesome. We're not making fun of you for it, but you don't realize you do have that.
You're in a situation where you can't live on your own. You couldn't get a studio or a one-bedroom. Or if you did, it would hinder your own business.
It would really take a lot of you wouldn't be scraping by. You'd go from
no, it wouldn't do that much. It would be fine.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
No, I mean Oregon's not that fucking expensive, and I make more than I used to just working a minimum wage, so I could do it. But I'm trying to save to buy a place, so that's.
Imagine if you didn't have your mother in the free room and board. I'm glad you have it. I'm happy for you, but it would take you much longer if ever. And I don't think you're not living on minimum wage the way you are now. You just don't know. You don't have to worry about that harsh reality. But okay.
What do you mean? I've lived check to check on minimum wage before.
Okay.
I know what it's like. I know the numbers. I'm way above that now, luckily.
Right. And your mother helps you stay above that, and that's great. But you seemed all upset about the NEAT adjacent thing.
I'm above that. Even if I had to pay rent, I'd still be above the margin. That'd be like less than half of my income.
Okay.
But yeah, so okay to you, motherfucker.
Okay. Yeah.
That's okay. We're done with me. Who cares who gives a fuck? I proved my points. No,
you didn't prove much anything, but I'm being polite here. No, okay. No, I like you, man. I wasn't making fun of you for living with your mother. I'm just saying you're like not accounting for all this.
I proved my point because you guys kept calling me neat, and so that's fucking horse shit. I'm in employment. I'm not in education or employment.
Well, yeah, I talk about the NEAT adjacent. Like, I got my little job at McDonald's. You know, everything's basically paid for. But I'm not technically NEAT because I work a wage slave job for okay. Yeah, sorry. Okay, fine. NEAT adjacent. Fine. Okay.
Fucking NEAT adjacent is like, oh, I'm living with mommy and I fucking do part-time Walmart and McDonald's and don't really try anything else.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not me. But anyways, let's talk about you and like
that was funny. OffGrid with Mom's probably laughed because there's some truth to it. You take such offense.
Mom's got so much good prosperity. Good for her. All right, I love it. Okay.
Well, now, you get to reap the benefits of some of that prosperity. You're saying you have enough prosperity on your own. Now you get to have more prosperity because you have that extra support. You've got. Should I call you a safety netter? Do you want me to call it? Would that be a better term if NEAT bothers you so much? A safety netter. You've got safety bucks.
Yes. But so what's okay? I've been hearing you out now on your whole.
Yes. What are you dying to ask me? Go ahead. You can talk now. Except one more thing. OffGrid with Mom's prosper. We laugh because there's definitely okay. What do you want to ask me?
All jokes aside, dude, I'm really deeply into your situation here.
Why? Thank you.
It seems to me like it all culminates to you and your little. Oh, how I've been treated, blah, blah, blah. How I've been treated throughout my life has been poorly. And I've tried to be a normie, but just, these things keep happening. And then it's like what Todd said. He outlined it, dude. Like, you're fucking, those things is why you piss people off, dude. Like, I like you. Like, I'm your friend, but I understand you, dude. Most normies are just going to be like, fuck this guy. But you have to realize, dude, it's your life quality is affected by the outcome of your decision and all this too. And I think you can force yourself to work and keep your head down. Just shut the fuck up or something, dude. Like, you can't, dude. Like, this is victim bullshit mentality. I don't buy, dude. I don't buy the fucking. I've been treated. Everyone's been treated poorly. Everyone gets treated appropriately to how they act in this fucking world, dude. And so. Just deal with it.
Well, that's not true. You just said there. Everyone's treated. What do you say? Proportionally by the way they're treated, by the way they act in this world. No, and even Todd. That's why I admire Todd. I still think Todd is the genius.
And then they get treated good, of course.
Right. Todd is. I'm gonna show him for it. Todd is. I'll answer his questions. Todd is a philosophical genius. I love what Todd said. I can pull it up in a minute. He goes. So your shrink says you're an abrasive asshole. I would take it a step further and say you intrude on people's spaces and you're a piece of shit. I agree. Not going to sugarcoat it, but that enough doesn't justify this. Todd made that connection. Most of you get to that one stare and stop. You don't comprehend the big picture. Well, you consider everyone's gone through that. When people say everyone, they're talking about the normie experience. And it shows me they're not even trying to comprehend the Spurg experience. My shrink doesn't get it. I see you don't get it. And I'm not saying, woe is me. You think it's woe is me. It's more like, it's great when someone actually gets it. It's like, yeah. What Todd was saying is, yes, you are a fucking asshole. I agree. I take it a step further. Say, man, you piss people off. But that enough. And even said, I've seen people act worse than you, but they're loved because they're good looking, or they're the boss's son, or they live with their mommy and mommy owns the business, or people like me who are like the polar opposite, but still get treated that way. So no, there's definitely a difference between, I've been through things. I've told my shrink, multiple times in a lifetime that most people won't go through once. So I could write a fucking novel, a Kafka novel. Yes.
Okay, well, write it then, because I think you're like emphasizing on that fact. But dude, everyone goes through shit. Like, what's
right?
So
everyone goes through shit.
What's so special? And what do I really not understand here, dude? Like, I understand you're a spurg and fucking people treat you a certain way because you spurg out and they get pissed and tell you to fuck off. Like, I can see it, dude. Like, what don't I understand?
Strangling someone out of the blue, out of nowhere, some nigger bitch die and trying to run me over 6 weeks later, some asshole wanting to break my jaw right in front of the boss, no shame, a bunch of other stories I can share. These are such bizarre experiences. You're saying, yeah, I don't think.
Dude, come on, man. You would probably end up in a fucking fight if we were somewhere. Like you were saying, I'd be a normie fucking wanting to kick your ass after a little bit. That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, you can...
Right, what you're saying is you're basically a normie, and you have that normie perspective. I get it, but I don't get to live in your shoes, and you should try to have some empathy for the spurg. I don't know. I think if we work together, there probably would be resentment, because I'd say he lives with his mom, he gets to save all his money up. Good for him, must be nice. There probably would be resentment, but for different reasons. But I'm talking about like when people go to these crazy extremes, like punishment not fitting the crime kind of shit. You're talking about like getting into a fight, like a bar fight. I was strangled in a public liquor store in the broad daylight by some guy I thought I was getting along with. Had some crazy nigger bitch. I tried to just ignore her. I can't win this one. You know, the whole black, white, male, female still tries to gun on me in the parking lot. They bury it, try to get me fired for vaping. It's like the whole thing is so fucked up. Even that weird lady in that super, you saw that video, they pulled it. It's you following me around the store. It's like I draw out the crazy. That's what I always say. It's like you're a normie, you have your normie experiences. Everyone goes through shit, bro. Like, no. I don't think you've ever gone through this kind of shit. No, I can say, in fact, I can say you haven't because of what I'm listening to.
Okay. Well, you know, like I have family members that like have mental issues too, and like I see how they have trouble like keeping jobs and stuff too. So like I do understand where you're coming from, and you know, it's trouble dealing with people throughout your life. Like, okay, I get it. But like, is this really gonna prevent you from finding like a different job or something that works? I don't think so. I think you're making more roadblocks than there needs to be.
Are you gonna ask Brother Click what he thinks? Make more roadblocks?
What do you think, BroC?
You were pissed with me that I didn't just keep my head down at this last job.
I told him, get a job, keep your head down, your mouth shut, just do the job. And he didn't do any of that. He had to find some issue with some issues presented themselves. He dealt with it the long way. He could just kind of go along with the job for a little while. He doesn't have to keep it for a year. Just do like 5 or 6 months to get a job. But no, he got upset. He didn't like something, and it goes the other way.
Well, I'm saying is, but the punishment's not for the crimes. They're begging me to take full time. I'm looking at them like, they're so dead. And the next, we got to fire you. I'm looking at them like, okay, more bull. I've done enough of these shit jobs to know better. When you're I've explained this 1,000 fucking times. And I'm listening to the same blah, blah, blah dribble about, everyone goes through shit, bro. I'm like, okay, if you want to believe that, that's fine. You can criticize, but it's like you don't understand the depth of my problem. Maybe it's my fault for not telling you my fucking story.
Where's my violin?
Okay.
At this point in time, the nonsense that you're going to get.
Can you shut up for a minute? So you're talking.
I guess you're saying something. Yeah.
Right. If I'm going to keep doing this nonsense, I'm not going to be able to have a fruitful life. So give me my fucking meat bucks already. Fuck this shit. That's my take on the whole thing. Fuck this.
Maybe you should quit doing fucking warehouse jobs. Like, find something else. Like, I don't know. Because those kind of people are fucking assholes anyways, honestly. Yeah. Like, dude, you got to go somewhere like a library or something. I don't know.
Yes. I've always said, a lot of people, I told the shrink, not everyone hates me, but the people who hate me and the people who don't have a problem with each other. So when things go south and these normies like yourself get exposed to this, they're like, we don't get it. What's going on? What did you do to create? Oh, wow, this is weird. So it's not that everyone's after me, but it's. I'll tell. I wanted to do it so badly that I'm in this fucking accident. I wanted to actually go in person to these different locations, tell my story to a whole. What, you don't like that idea?
No.
I can swap the stories.
I'm gonna get some more beer.
And I'll tell these. We're out of beer. Shit, you made us drink all our beer. You're driving me to drinking, you asshole. All right, he's getting some beer. But no, I want to tell my stories. I want to do edit them together, go to the places. I want to do a whole chronology. I have these big grandiose plans, but.
Yeah, I want to hear your victim stories. Like, make
You should.
No, you're
It's,
not.
it's some weird. It's shit I wouldn't believe either if it had not happened to me. And I don't see it coming. It's like, huh? It's like out of the blue and into the black.
It's not an egg roll. It's a taco, chicken taco.
Looks like a breakfast burrito, but okay. Isn't that more of a burrito? Soft shell taco.
Soft shell taco, yeah.
And well, I don't know if Bill Gates is or isn't. He's nerdy, but I'm not sure. I don't know if he's a Spurg. Elon Musk claims to be, but there are some Spurgs who have that special talent. Most don't. You can read the stories. That's when even before all this crazy stuff happened. Like I was saying earlier, I'll repeat myself. And I'd go online when I was a kid. No one diagnosed autism. Are we out of Tall Boys?
No.
Oh, you just want to get those? Okay. That's all right. It's like story of my life, and I don't expect the more normie types to, because you yourself have said you're not a Spurg. You don't identify as a Spurg. You don't see yourself as a Spurg. What do you think being a Spurg is? And you're not aware of the fact that being a Spurg gives you many opportunities for misfortune. It's like crazy opportunities for misfortune, which is why it's hard to get any kind of comprehension. Not sympathy, play the violin. Hard to get any attempt at understanding from normies.
Yes, I see it as like I kind of see it on a wavelength spectrum. Like your brain activity is like but mine is like kind of like slower, and so like the Spurg always is like losing his attention and looking for something new, or like the classic ADHD bullet points, like, oh, you always forget where your backpack is or some shit. You forget where you put some shit. Yeah, I bet you forget where you put something all the time. You?
Well, yeah. One of my diagnoses among them is ADHD, and it's interesting. The two might interact in ways that make me different from the normal Spurg or normal ADHDer. But no, I don't have everything. I don't have OCD. They wouldn't give me that. She wouldn't. I told the bitch. I said, listen. She said to me, when people have multiple things, they test positive for. I usually just try to put one because I don't want to overwhelm anybody. And I said, listen, I'm not a child who's going to get overwhelmed in school. Just if I have it, put it down. And she did the test, and she said, okay, according to the way you've answered and a book here and everything. So, and there's a lot of talk about some people are Spurgs, some have ADHD. When someone has both, it manifests differently. So that could be part of the reason why I've always said this to my brother. It's like when things go wrong. When things go right, I don't get to be a normie. The cool kids or the people in the job put me in the retard camp. But when something goes wrong, the actual tards get a pass. I'm held to like normie standards. All of a sudden, I'm a normie when they want to punish. They don't give me the retard pass, but they don't let me sit at the cool kids table. So it's almost like I walk this duality: the worst of being a normie, the worst of being a retard. I don't get any of the benefits of either. And that might be the ADHD and the way I present myself. It could be. Because I think it's why my shrink gets. I personally think why my shrink says, well, I don't think you're a Spurg because you're not staring at the wall. That could be the ADHD kicking in. I really do. But you can play the violins, or you can disagree, but you can at least try to listen. You just want to dismiss. It's like, okay, you're still upset that I said, well, you're lucky you get to live with your mommy and she pays room and board. And you're still so pissed about that. I know I'm going to get this backlash, but it's okay.
Interesting.
Interesting. I just Spurg granted, which is what you wanted. I gave you what you wanted. Do you have anything to? Because I think part of it too is you're still upset with me. You're upset at other people, but I'm here. I'm like, oh Christ! So I'm still getting that residual passive aggressive. Like, okay,
fine. Okay. I'll be happy now. Dude, I don't know. I said my piece. I mean, I think you should get the job and try and hold it down like your brother said. Keep your head down, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, if you really want to keep, like, digging into psychiatry, then go ahead. But I think it's just going to run you in circles, bro.
Well, I'm glad he came on because let's say, whoever you want to blame, let's say it's 100% my fault. I'm running every job in the ground. It's 100% me. Fine. if I'm unreliable to keep a job, then we can't rely on me getting a job. So I need my safety net. And we're not making fun of you. This is why I got upset. You got your mommy's safety net. Maybe you'd be fine without her, but you at least have that cushioning. If I had neat bucks, I'd at least have that padding, that cushioning, so that if another job, a job went south again, this guy tried to like come after me with a baseball bat because he didn't like something I said 3 weeks ago. If that happens, I can say, well, fuck the job. I still have some income coming in. We're not going to worry about, oh shit, we got to pay the rent. Well, I still have some, income. So you have your mother. I would have Uncle Sam as the safety net. So I don't know why you're knocking me for the safety net or knocking me for congratulating you on having a safety net. I don't know why the safety net is such a point of contention.
Okay, well now I see it differently now that you said that you want to like use it and work part-time, because that kind of makes sense. Like it's a safety net instead of just like, oh, I don't have to do shit now. Because like I think as long as you like have some ambition and some motivation, then maybe you could force yourself to like want to do the things to not upset other people, and like do the hard things to be able to keep the job and have that income and do normal things. And it'd probably be a more fun for life for you, dude. I want you to have a more fun, better normie life, because who the fuck wants to sit at home doing nothing all day? Like you could go talk to fucking women, like if you had a job and all these normie things. Like don't fucking listen to the incels, dude. Like,
well, again, this is where you and I seem to have this point of contention. Like when I called you a neat or a neat adjacent, you see neat and incel as bad words. I just see them as what is. And my channel isn't even about agreeing with incels. This isn't woe is me, I can't get a woman. But I think you're worried about these labels haunting your attachment.
I'm just saying a better quality life, like doing all that stuff.
Well, I hope so too. I dream for better, and I feel that Social Security. Well, now I'm going for the temporary neat bucks with this. It's so great. It's great to get a check in the mail from my temporary disability insurance. I want to try to go for more. I kind of feel like that would just be
Nice.
We've got another Denmark Andy on our hands.
Yes.
Or Oregon Offie. We got what was I going to say? You're not even listening. That's what upsets me. That would be my mommy. Uncle Sam would be my mommy. Yes. So off grid, I'm saying. See, he thinks I'm calling him lazy, or how dare you call me a neat? Like, no, okay, fine, neat adjacent. Whatever you want to call it. You have a privilege in not paying rent or mortgage or property taxes or paying for the food or the groceries. It's almost like whatever income you claim you have, good for you. It's augmented. It's like, and I'm happy for you. You can live like a king. I would too, but you get so upset when we point that out. Like, how dare we? And I want the same thing, but I don't. My mother, our mother, that fucking cunt, our fucking piece, our broke, bankrupt parents.
Yes, he's burned bridges with employment. He's burned bridges with family.
Well, it's not just that. They wouldn't even have the money if we wanted. They live on Social Security and a fucking rent control place that I got them into. I do all the work for I should be doing it for our behalf,
Yeah, I know.
But anyway, yes, I got to do this myself. I don't have the mommy.
Fair enough.
Brother, but yeah.
Fair enough. I just don't like the whole sentiment of like neat incel, and then the chat's like, "Oh, why would you listen to Grid?"
Okay, stop. Wait a second. This is why I think you're projecting. You're projecting onto me. I never mentioned incel. You brought that term up. So I guess in other chats, people say he's a neat, he's a lazy bum, he's an incel. Can't get. So people are making fun of you, and you want to like come after me. I said I think it's cool with your mom. Respect your cushion. I didn't say anything about incel, but okay. But some date sour. So now people what?
It's the whole thing of like painting a picture, like the whole like you start it and then chat's like, oh, let's paint this picture of Grid.
No, I didn't start shit. You came on, get a job, you lazy bum. We all go through shit. I know exactly what it's like. Well, I live at home. It's mommy pays for everything. It's kind of like, whoa. You're starting this weird shit. Even now you come on, you called me a loser incel. No, I didn't. You brought that term up. I don't get where all this is. You're like putting the word is projection. I don't care if it sounds like it's projection. Projection is the word.
All right, fair enough.
Fair enough. Okay.
So, what do you think now about getting a job and the shrink and what me and BroC think? Like, what are you gonna do here? What's the next step?
Next step is to be able to take a step. I literally can't walk right now. You say get a job. Yeah, I get some other shit job yet again. And the same shit will happen yet again. Like I tell my shrink, the pattern will keep repeating again. You make it sound like I've never had a job. You're even implying that I just don't want to work. I could have. I just don't want it.
Dude, that's
all I have is one job after another, just all shit. Like I've never had a job before. Okay, the whole point of my story is every job I've had has turned to a disaster, not because of the work, because the whole social aspect. It's like what?
That's good. I can work with that because you having a job proves that you can hold down a job. You have what it takes, but the problem lies somewhere else. It's like the social fucking spurring out on people thing.
Well, no, I think. You see me spurg out here, or you see me like my shrink. It's not always I'm getting like people. You're looking for like a blatantly obvious, reason. The closest I can come to showing you is I don't know if you saw or didn't see that video where that weird lady. This wasn't a job, but that weird African lady.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not like I was going around, hey lady, screw you. I'm leaving the store and I'm getting this whole you people, you've been following me around. Who are you people following me around? All that. I'm like looking at her like, huh. So, but she didn't go after anyone else in that store. Something I've always said, you got the functionally crazy. They can keep their shit together around people like you and around most people. Around my brother, they keep their shit together. They come across me, I'm a little bit off, does not compute, and their whole world unravels. I think I bring out the crazy in people. Did I say this on my last? I can't remember what I uploaded or didn't upload, but I told this to my shrink. I bring out the crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're like hella hyper and shit. And you like hella dig into people, like dig like the little interview shit you do. Like you're just like, oh, where are you from?
Okay, and again, we're getting the same. This is the criticism. I hope he pays attention. Okay, how I interact with people here. You come on my channel, I say, where are you from? Give us your stats. When I go to work or interacting with people, I'm not going up asking them. It's like just sort of being, and then people start acting dickishly or weirdly, and I'll call them out in their bullshit. I will call people out, which seems to piss them off more. Who is this lesser being calling me out? OffGrid is just using the examples that he sees online. He's trying to make a conclusion based upon, I don't know, limited. Yes. Okay. Welcome back. Limited. Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. The thing is, dude, like from me talking to you, like, dude, I understand your persona, dude. I understand how you get on people's nerves like quickly. And then you're not good at de-escalating.
Okay.
That's true.
And maybe you're also a little bit narcissistic. You can't ever be wrong. Can you ever be wrong? Is OC ever wrong?
Very, very rarely.
Interesting.
Is that because I'm a narcissist or because I'm just that super, I don't want to say genius, but I see the bigger picture because I have to live it. I got to be cognizant of things that others aren't. I'm usually right. Even when I think I'm wrong, it's like, wow, I was right the whole time. I was treated like shit, but I was right about that guy. He was a piece of shit.
Not only are you so much smarter than everyone, but you also have a lifelong victim fucking card.
Take another hit, OffGrid.
Oh, really?
Yes. In fact, it's funny, though, because I don't think I come on saying let's give him a minute to do whatever he's doing.
Smoke your herb. Smoke it right now.
A minute to catch up. Okay. Whenever you're ready to rejoin us here. Now, what I was maybe that's part of it too. What I just said was quasi-facetious. I was being a little facetious. Maybe I'm never wrong because that's part of the joke, part of the humor. And I think maybe people are, I don't want to say slow. They don't pick up on that and they think, oh, you're smarter than everyone else, unless you were joking too. Like maybe some of my humor is just totally misunderstood by, I don't know. I thought it'd be funny. You're saying, yes, I'm a narcissist. No, I'm not a narcissist. I'm always right. It's like, yeah. What was that dumb saying? Like, we're all equal, but I'm more equal. It's just one of those silly. I'm being a little silly here. Do we not pick up on that? Or
I was being silly too. I was putting a little parody into it, with a touch of seriousness too, because also, like maybe that is part of the issue there.
Okay.
So, what can we do about that? Nothing.
We get neat bucks, or you let me move in and you tell your mom.
We got another resource.
I can bug on the floor.
As soon as his detailing business takes off, we can go live with him.
Yeah. He doesn't even need his mother right now. It's already taken off. Yeah.
Then we can all stream together. All right then. We have a plan.
I'm down.
Wait, you yourself admitted. I admire your honesty. I get under your skin too. I really piss you off. All right, like I said, I still think part of it is you're upset at others, so you're putting it all on me because I'm the easy target. I'm the. We all agree he's a weirdo. You called me an insult. No, I didn't. You're calling me a loser neat. Well, that's not quite what I said. So you're putting words in my mouth that I never said. I'd kick your ass for saying that. It's like, dude, you didn't listen to what I fucking said. So again, that's sort of normie reactionaryism to a weirdo. You're kind of proving my point without realizing it. So I guess I'm glad you came on. But yes, the reaction seems a little, Did he freeze up? Damn, I was making a good point. Are you there? Hello? I'm still on. Good. So I'm still on. We'll kick him from the studio. And whether you agree with him or me or something in between, that's fine. He just froze up. I thought my whole stream froze up. I was actually making the good point. Like when he said, if I worked with you, but it's not, these problems I have aren't like one-on-one, you pissed me off, let's go out and step outside and go to blows. It's never like that. It's like, and I talk about the secondhand hatred. There's usually that one agent, like the boss doesn't like me. Fuck this asshole. Yeah, all my problems because of him. Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him. And these people on the periphery, yeah, you're the leader, the social hierarchy. If you don't like him, we don't like him either. Let's start hating him too. So now I got third-party people I don't even know who seem to hate me. I'm like, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? And then I got that crazy. It's finally my chance. I can get away with it. It's socially sanctioned. I think there's a bigger picture that a normie like OffGrid there wouldn't comprehend. Well, did you say? I think after all that blah blah blah, what I thought was the best part was right there when you freeze up. Maybe we broke the internet, maybe the feds or whatever. It's like that was I was pouring my heart and soul and offering valid criticism, which I was hoping to hear your response to. But you probably didn't hear any of that. Yeah, I tell these things to my shrink, and I don't know what I shared in the video, but like the secondhand hatred, you've got these like third parties. I'm like, I think, okay, I got a problem with this dude. Fine. Who the fuck are you and you and you and you? Who are the? And if one of those periphery orbit people is a little wacky, and they don't really know me, they just know what they're told about me, and they feel they can get away with it socially. They're socially sanctioned. So what is the difference, OffGrid? Is it I would piss you off so we get into a fight, or you're buddies with the boss and I don't work with that guy, OC. He's from a different department, but the boss doesn't like him. I don't like him either. Let's get him. That's what the difference is. I think I draw a lot of negativity from not the people I piss off, but like the secondhand, third party. What's the word I'm looking for? Hangers on, that's what OffGrid is not comprehending. Most normies don't have that problem, and I don't know if OffGrid would join in with the whole. It's one thing to say you want to kick my ass, but if you don't know me that well and the boss man tells you he sucks, would you take, maybe you would, you take it upon yourself to say, I don't know him, but the boss told me he sucks, so I hate him too now. I don't know. But, these are good points, and he goes away. You went, everything happened. You go to take a piss, and his computer conveniently dies. We're going to bring him back on because it's getting tiresome. Let's bring him back on. Is your computer charged up, or what's going on here?
No, it's just fucking the power supply or the CPU shorting out. It's like a 15-year-old gaming PC. I thought I fixed it, but now it's like every once in a while it'll do that. Just completely turned off. Like not.
And I agree. Well, stopping for a minute here. I really like what Bob Smith, AK This is. See, I'm not just saying. Play a violin. Fine. Forget about me. I'm talking about these things that exist that some people are oblivious to. I got my little oblivious. Yeah, no, you're Bob Smith. Well said. Normies are always looking for that whipping boy scapegoat, and it's usually not okay. The boss doesn't like me. Fine. Between me and him, I'm still. And I told my shrink, even though intellectually I should, it still shocks me that out of the woodwork I get these people. I'm like, I don't know you. Don't know anything about you. We even I've never even spoken to each other. But you want to? What the fuck? Yeah, I think it's the extent to which the Spurg has to play the whipping boy more so than a normie. So that's what you're not factoring in. Well, we all go through shit, but the vast majority of normies normally don't go through this kind of shit that someone like me does. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm asking you to at least keep in mind. Okay, now you can talk now. You always leave at the wrong time and come back at the wrong time.
I was looking at the wrong camera.
Yeah. I'm over here.
Camera 2.
Or 2. Yeah, what were we talking about? Shit. Same old shit, basically.
You're gonna make a grilling video soon?
Yeah, the weather's getting nice.
Good, get your ass out there and grill up some steaks.
That's a good idea.
You're gonna have your mother. Your mother was gonna buy me one of those chimneys for the grill, the charcoal grill. What happened with that?
Yeah, I can have buy one for you.
You got the extra disposable. Yes.
I'll ask her during a barbecue stream I'll do with her about that. And then she'll be like, no, you buy it. What the fuck?
Okay.
You can hear the dynamic.
Okay. Well, listen, I listened to you. I still think you got upset for the wrong reasons. Okay, maybe instead of neat adjacent safety cushion, maybe that's a better way to put it. I'm just saying I'm not knocking what you have. Just be grateful. That's all I'm saying. And I think you misinterpreted it as okay, let's say I work with you and you misinterpret something I say. Let's say you're my boss. I'm hauling junk with you.
Oh, yeah, now I remember what you're saying. Yeah. No,
now you remember, yes. And for some reason,
I'd side with the boss, dude. I'm trying to keep my job.
But I understand. I do get a lot of shunning, but I'm talking about. I think there's that one crazy person, man. I wish I can go apeshit on somebody, but society won't allow it. Can't go apeshit on the boss. I'll probably go to jail. Can't go apeshit on the boss's top men. I'll be fired for sure. I know I can go apeshit on this weirdo Spurg that the boss doesn't like. And me, the weirdo Spurg, is like, wait, who are you? I don't even fucking know you. You work in a different shift. Who the fuck are you? Me and OffGrid don't get along. Who the fuck is this guy? That's how it seems. Like it's always something like, who the fuck is that? That's how it seems from the Spurg's perspective.
To me, it seems like you're the kind of guy that's like, you get on someone's nerves, and then you just like keep wanting to have the last word or something, and then they just like more and more pissed off until the point where they're just like, that's it. I'm gonna fucking punch this guy. See, I see your BroC smirking too. I see BroC.
No, we're both. It's not the person who I've pissed off who's like, fuck you. It's again someone I don't even know. It's almost like the boss uses his lackeys and his toadies. So it's like what? I guess it's war by proxy. And I don't see it coming because, I didn't realize you were the boss's secret nuclear weapon. Maybe that's part of it because I'm a Spurg and I can't tell who's who in the hierarchy. But I'm getting the flack from to me, outside of the third party is like, who the fuck are you? The boss wants to come at me. I'd say, well, the boss is a piece of shit. I never liked him. He attacked me today. Finally, we got into a fight. It's never like that. It's someone I'm not even expecting. Element of surprise, like a nuclear attack from who the fuck is that guy? Yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to summarize. I'm hoping at least to understand that before you say, well, we all go through this, bro, because I don't think you do. I don't think most people do, or else my stories would make more sense to you. Yeah, not trying to last word. I always feel the need to articulate, partly because our father used to be like, you don't articulate, partly because of our fucking asshole father, but also because being a Spurg and people don't understand where I'm coming from and the majority rules, so I got to try to plead my case. I go on and on to try to, are they at least paying attention?
You have to just stop.
Well, no, but you interpret it as here's to have the last word. That's what's going on. No, you're an idiot. But no, not you, but the general you. You're being idiotic. Listen, just think. It's not about having last words. It's about trying to explain. I'm not sure if you even understand it. And now Alfred's going to say, what were we talking about? Go ahead.
Well, people just don't care to listen that much. They just, yeah. But yeah, you're right. I did forget what my other thing I was blurting out because you're talking so much. But I don't know, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
It's funny how people don't listen until you say, man, he's just a neat. He called me a neat. I'm not a loser like you people. It's like now all of a sudden your ears perk up. So it's like we're selective hearing. No one pays attention to the loser Spurg until they think they've been, there's been an affront. That's another criticism I have of you people.
Why are you saying that? You're just saying that to try to piss me off or something. I've been listening the whole time.
You just said a moment ago. Fine. All right. Maybe I misunderstood. I thought he said he wasn't really listening. He forgot what he was going to say because I talk too much and people don't want to hear it. So
Yeah, but have I not been trying to like participate my hardest in this convo?
You get an A for participation credit. Thank you. And we'll check you off for attendance too. So congratulations.
What are you drinking there?
Just Coke Zero.
Is there any vodka or whiskey in there, or is it just Coke Zero?
It's Coke Zero and marijuana.
Okay.
Yep. What do you guys having? Beer?
Yeah, we're just drinking Budweiser currently.
Nice.
Yeah, yes it is.
What's a good solitary job for me, Rafter Man? Let me know. What should I be doing?
Oh yeah, I was thinking. I had a thought earlier, like in the day, and it was that you should get like a work from home job or like some computer type job.
Well, that's what my shrink says, and I'm like, okay. I mean, what I'm putting on my resume. I'm in my mid-40s. I worked a bunch of shit jobs. That's what. If I can go over and do it all again, I would have taken different. If I knew what my life was going to be, I would have made different choices in my 20s for sure. But I understand. Wait. We can ask Morrissey if you feel that's not. Where do you feel I'm being? When OC says he's pissed off, I don't believe him because he comes across as paradoxical. Where do you feel I'm being paradoxical? You can explain. Maybe you're right. Maybe I am being. But you got to point it out for me. So spell it out. Where am I being paradoxical?
Oh yeah, security would be good.
Not the post office. I understand the term going postal now. I understand how some workplaces can be so fucked up that one person isn't just, the boss was mean. It's, oh man, the boss tried to get me fired, and this asshole tried to run me over in his mail truck, and they deliberately, the other coworkers deliberately took my mail. When I complained, they tried to get me arrested. I can understand why some people snap and say, fuck this. I get it now. It isn't just, the boss was mean. It's like when you become that whipping boy. I understand the term going postal better than ever now.
I do. I don't know why I look pink. I think they look pink too.
I was just making a great point. You're not even listening. You're talking about looking pink. Pink is the color of passion.
You go postal. I think someone in the chat made a good point too, that you have a sitcom personality. He's like Newman or some shit. Like, Newman.
Lone Hiker is interesting because he gets easily offended, but he's talked about some problems he's had at work, and I wanted to elaborate. And he started talking about some other problem. I said, "Can you stick to the first story?" He got upset with me, but he's had weird problems with people trying to, kind of get weird with him on the job. So he's gone through. And wasn't he? Last I heard, he wasn't working. He lost the job, but you don't apply for unemployment. So bad example. Or you guys aren't paying enough attention, but I am. So I'm sorry. What were you saying off grid about? What were you talking about? I wasn't paying attention.
You should work security.
Okay, so this is more important to you. You want to ask? Is Brandon? Do you know this guy, Brandon Anguiano? Wants to know why you look pink. This is what you're talking about. He thinks you turned red with you're tickled pink, or you're embarrassed or something.
No, it looks like our faces are all like flush red. Even you guys. It's just the camera though.
Just the camera.
Who the hell knows?
So Morrissey, you're like the neurotic dad in a family comedy TV show. You're like Al Bundy, Jim Belushi. Okay. Well, I am like Al Bundy. My life sucks. Everything's miserable.
But like mixed with the internet incel, it's like I don't want to work anymore.
I mean, if work could be fruitful and somewhat tough.
Yeah, if I could do these shit jobs and no one bothers me and I earn out a meager living, I'd be doing it. It's when those things weren't an option because apparently like you said, it's my fault, but I don't know it's my fault. So I'm sabotaging all these jobs subconsciously because the boss's orbiters want to go crazy and the boss turns a blind eye. Well, okay. Well, if I can't change who and what I am, I mean, give me I can't have my mother's house to live in like some of us. So give me, I'm just reminding you of you were so upset by that, but then you're like, kind of hypocrite. Give me my safety net. Sure.
Well, let's just make it incel sitcom. You can be a neurotic dad.
But an incel wouldn't be a dad.
All right, do you know this Brandon guy? He wants to know. You can read his comments. He wants to know.
Who is Brandon? Brandon, tell us your story. Where you're from, where your stats.
So it's okay when he asks, but if I ask, it's because I'm being abrasive. Well, this is a little different. You choose to come here. You don't like my questioning, just leave. But you really can't compare this to work. That's another thing. You can't compare me here to the way I am at work, to the way I was at school, to the way I was in the fucking grocery store. Like different environments. You're seeing a side of me.
That's just a troll.
Oh, I thought you knew him. I've never heard of him. A bartender is one of the most hyper social jobs ever. It ain't gonna work. I wouldn't want to work in a bar.
He knows how to pour beer. That's it.
Yeah.
I want a Manhattan. I want a.
That's not even the reason. That's not even the fucking reason.
Yeah.
You're missing. You already missed the point. I can tell when brother BroC's out of it.
No,
I'm supposed to stand there and deal with every.
No. Talking and being social, you can't do.
Right.
Plus, making all the mixed drinks, you can't do. It's a terrible idea.
I think making the mixed drinks can be learned, maybe, but forget that. I can't learn to be, the social normie at the bar. I'd be that weirdo bartender that none of the OffGrid would come in. I don't like that bartender. He's a fucking weirdo. And then the boss would say, "Customers don't like you. You're fired." So okay.
If Brandon wants to come on, he has to choose to come on.
Oh wait, this might be JT.
Oh, okay. All right.
It looks like him.
What are you talking about? This is why I like Rafter Man, but he doesn't pay attention.
No, I deal with customers all the time. I have
What are you
to
talking about?
and talk to them, smile and be nice.
Yeah. He's the deli boy.
Oh yeah, kind of deli adjacent, if you will.
I'll make you a Tom Collins, Morrissey, when you explain how I'm paradoxical. You never fully explained that, or I missed it. Explain again. Explain that, then I'll get your Tom Collins.
There's another OC.
Oh, look at that. I got another one. I got there's me. Look at that. Ooh. Well, he cooks. It's like this is why. Okay, on a side note, we don't want to ignore our guest here, Rafterman. It's not that I dislike you. It's like your comprehension of the world is weird. You've never been to a grocery store. You've never gone up to the deli counter. You've never gone up to the food prep counter. I mean,
has he never been out of the house?
No, that would be me. I haven't been out of the house in months, except to go to doctors. Now, what we're saying is my brother explained many times what his job is.
Yes.
Well, it is a solitary job. No, you're dealing with customers all day.
Yes.
But again, like I always said, the reason if a tall fag gets a little pissy, well, he's tall. We're scared of him or we respect him. If a little manlet says something, he's so cute.
That poor little guy.
Or an ugly fuck of normal height, that fucking asshole. Let's get. So I've always said the one advantage to being a manlet is people see him as harmless. They see him as a
joke.
Right. So he could say the things that I say and no one cares. Just laugh it off like, you cute little shit. With me, it's like, let's get that fucker. And that's absolutely true. It's part of the equation of who we are.
Yeah.
That's why I don't want to say everybody goes to the same thing. There's different, an equation. Yeah. That was a very patronizing, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you take any meds maybe to zonk you out?
I've had what? Concerta.
But he takes meds. They don't zonk him out.
Concerta, propanolol, sometimes. Well, then I got the pain meds, like the gabapentin. It's supposed to be for both. Yeah, I haven't gotten any zonk out meds. But how can I go through life zonked out if I'm gonna, if you want me to work a job, you want me to work 2 jobs. You want me showing up? I show up to work zonked out, and then you tell your other employees, man, I fucking hate this guy. Get him. And they say, okay, he doesn't know who you are, but we'll get him with the baseball bat when he in the parking lot. I can see that. I can see you being the deceptive. What?
Have you ever tried mood stabilizers?
What are those? What, SSRIs or what's the other one? Or those antipsychotics? I'm not sure what a mood stabilizer.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure. No, I don't think I've tried them.
I think that's what you need.
I behave like I'm doing a parody of myself from what I've seen on these streams. It always seems like you're being tongue-in-cheek. Well, that might be part of the way. I think I was actually, maybe I will, I'll talk about this with you too, OffGrid, if you're paying attention. I'll answer Morrissey's question. Take your time. Take your time. In fact, here, do we need more beer? How are we doing? We'll take a 30-second breather. I don't know if you can still see me when I put on the timeout. We're going through beer too. You're driving us to drink here. You want to get another beer and some water and stuff. Okay. What was I going to say?
I agree with that comment. It does kind of seem like you do a little parody of.
Well, that might be. I think that might be what I was talking. I want to explain that to you and him. Okay. So what my shrink was saying when he posted this little blurb on my most recent session, you haven't seen it yet. And he was talking about, well, do you feel you mask? But don't we all kind of mask? Who we are at home isn't who we are. And I said, yeah, but I said to him, part of my problem might be that the mask I've developed, the sort of public persona that I developed young, instead of doing its job of being a decent mask, it just makes people angry because it's effective enough that I seem normal, but it's off enough that it just pisses me. Instead of saying, that guy's staring at the wall, he's fucked up, it's that guy's normal-ish, but there's still something, you can still pick up. The mask isn't working well enough. And I often think a lot of what you see, because this is different. This isn't a job where I go to work and I interact with people and do this task. This is me more relaxed. This is my channel. What you see, and you interpret it immediately as, oh, it's a parody. He seems like a parody of himself. What you're seeing is a spurred masking. And this is probably how I come across trying to interact. I never had, a lot of friends, never had so many social environments that I never, it's like it's both. It's you need to be invited to parties and shit and be a social normie to get these skills. And you have to have these skills to be in that world. So what you're seeing is my masking attempt at being social. You're seeing this, and instead of saying, okay, he's a fucking spurg coming across as weird because it's a mask, you see it as, he's weird, he must be parodying himself. We're upset because we don't get it. So yes, I will criticize. And you can play the violins if you want. I think you're interpreting my mask. You can tell something's off, but instead of saying, instead of doing that investigative, maybe there's something going on under the surface. It's just, he seems like a parody of himself. I don't like him. So yes, I believe that strongly. What do you think?
Well, you're very aware, and it's like you're not stupid. You're very aware and critical. So it's like, okay, you're obviously not stupid. So if you're crazy, and there's some weird spurg shit going on in your mind, how come us telling you that you can't realize it and calm it down, and you're saying, oh well, no, I have all these bad experiences, but that's the problem, is that you can't self-realize that you're a spurg and you need to quiet.
Well, actually, I think the problem is the opposite. No, I disagree. Maybe you're losing your train of thought. I do think I'm a spurg. I think you guys have a hard time seeing I'm a spurg, and that might be part of the problem. Before you play the violins, what I'm saying is I'm pissing you off because I don't come across, like my shrink, I don't come across as whatever stereotype you have of a spurg. But clearly there's still something wrong. I'm not coming across as fully normal either. So you're seeing something's off, but you're saying it's not off enough to say spurg for sure. So we're gonna assume it's something bad, something negative. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. You can see something's wrong, but because it's not as obvious as a spurg staring at the wall, because it's not as obvious, you're saying, well, you're normal. You could get a job. You're just being a bum. Yeah, therefore it's your fault, and you're an asshole. That's why I hate you. So you're acknowledging the wrongness, but don't take the full step, the stairs of realizing, oh, he's a spurg. You're just, you see something's wrong, clearly.
Yeah, but it's not that bad. You're very reasonable, so I don't see why you can't just be reasonable, at the jobs and in your life. Why is this have to keep happening? Why can't you just be more reasonable?
Well, you think I'm not being reasonable when I say, with that auto parts job, you got this tall fag. He's throwing a tantrum with the boss. And the boss, I don't know if the boss is afraid of him. On the first day hired, this guy's going on about, I can't wear steel-toed shoes because my feet are too big. And I'm like, if I had said that, I'd be fired. But they tolerated it with the tall fag. So they're hiring a liability. And you got this liability going on. So I'm supposed to say, okay, let the liability be an asshole. Let him just be a total jerk whenever he wants. Because I actually did that. I put up with it to the point where it was getting ridiculous. So you're saying put up with bad behavior from others, but God forbid I cross the line, then I deserve retribution.
Oh, sure. I mean, okay. Maybe that's just the way it is, dude. Oh, what happened? Did I lose you? Hello? Hello?
Are we back on? Oh, you're on too. Cool, cool. You froze us out. Your computer fucked up. Whatever. Yeah, we both froze there.
So yeah, you should deal with. Yeah, I mean, dude. Okay, everyone. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. Everyone has to eat shit in a different way. But I think
no. The girl screaming bloody murder, trying to run me over in the parking lot. That was insane. And them not caring or doing anything about it. It's like there's eating shit that normies have to eat, and there's that line that should never be crossed. We don't want. We want to equate you want to equate your normie problems to bizarro problems that I have. That's what I'm saying. That's where the disconnection comes in.
Well, that's the thing. You are a bizarro person, and then she's a woman, so she comboed you. So she got away with murder, and then everyone's like, "Yeah, kill the sperm." So that's just what happens, dude.
It's not just the crazy bitch. It's no one said, "Whoa, this is fucked up." There's still a line that shouldn't be crossed, and my take as well. If it's okay for people to cross the line with me because I'm bizarre, well, then fuck it. Why should I work? Why should I be part of the system where I'm not even getting basic human rights? Fuck it.
Yes, let me read in Cass's thing. Yes, it's very normal to put up with everyone else's shit and try your best to never do anything wrong. So many people have to live like that. I mean, yeah, everyone to a degree, you gotta do that just to survive, right? You know, you gotta do what you gotta do, in your way. With your own personality, you gotta know how to adjust it.
Right. I want to see something real quick. I'm sorry. Is this the real Hacker Lewis begging me for a link? You want to talk to Hacker? Someone's begging me to come on. No, what I'm saying is this. Everybody has to eat shit in life. The shit I've had to eat is like overkill shit. It's like, it's like shit I've got to eat over and over again that no one's ever had to taste before. Well, I eat shit too. You don't eat the shit I do. You're not even listening to. Yeah, if you got a taste of what I did, you'd probably go nuts. And that's when a few occasions when normies see the shit that I have to eat, they don't know how to process it. Like, oh wow, like they tilt out. It does not compute. So that's what I'm saying. You people still don't fully get it. I understand. I'm trying to help you climb a stair or two.
Fair enough.
Right. So yeah, and Cassandra wants to waltz in here after all we've had some good points here. Very emotional, very open. We've had probably one of the better, in my opinion, exchanges between us of all the times you've come on. But for her to just come in and make a generalization, it's like, okay. It's like almost like blue pill shit. Like, just be yourself. Everyone feels like an outsider sometime. We all have to be ourselves. It's like, okay, apples and oranges here. But anyway. So is this the real Hacker? I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna drop a link if this guy's good. This is some troll.
It's troll Hacker. The thing is, dude, going forward, like, you got to look at life differently because, like, you're saying, oh, I've dealt with all these things so hard. Like, bro, it's not going to keep being that bad, dude. Like, it's going to be okay, bro. Like, go forward and keep trying.
That's where I disagree. My shrink says the same crap. It's like, well, I believe that in my 20s and maybe my 30s. You get to a certain point where what the fuck's going to change? This is what my existence is, apparently. So I got to make the best of this nightmare rather than pretend copium. It's going to get better. And no, you don't need. You got suspended. I would have been more abrasive. I would have said, well, fuck you people. You suspended. But you keep your head down. But they call you up. Your coworkers love you. They love the little harmless man.
Several of my coworkers called me up, incredibly inebriated, drunk out of their minds. You're a great worker. We love you. You do a great job.
So no, he gets treated a little differently. He's seen as a harmless shit.
Exactly. He's being a pessimist, dude. Nothing's going to get better if you have that attitude. Nothing's going to get better. So you need to be more realistic, like I was saying. Like, dude, okay, we're having a conversation now. We're being realistic. Like, you're not a retard. Fucking, you will have to want things to get better, and you actually have to, like, try, dude. You know what that looks like. It's working.
Not really. No, again, this is you mean well, but this is normie advice. Like I said, when you've eaten too many, it's like, okay, all I expect when I go to a job, people might hate me, I might eat some shit. I expect to not be fucking run over. And if that happens, it would be dealt with, not buried. I expect to not be strangled. I expect to not have some guy fucking threaten me in front of everybody. And if that happens, you deal with him, not blame it on me. I expect some basic human dignity. And if I'm not going to get the basic human dignity that the rest of you people take for granted, then it's like night and day. You can't make comparisons. It's like, well, fuck it. You're not going to give me the basic human dignity, then fuck this. Give me my neat bucks already. You got to pull one of those deli girls, one of those old roasties. Yes. Okay, what were you saying?
Grid has very never. What?
I think he's in Australia. No, yeah, Australia. 24 hours. I think. What's his name?
Weird guy. It's the pedophile guy.
Yes, I'm very lucky. The only person in life who gives me basic human dignity is Brother Click. That's absolutely true. That's absolutely right.
Yeah, I like your brother. I mean, good on him. Bro's taking care of bros. It's a good thing. Yeah, I mean, I would do the same thing. I wouldn't fucking abandon OC.
Well, okay. If I go to somewhere and someone's a jerk, okay, who's a jerk, I don't expect to have someone say, you people have been following me around all these years and chased me down the parking lot. I don't expect weird shit like that, but hey, that's my life. So you expect it all the time. Hey, I'm getting this normie bullshit. This like, you guys don't even try to put yourself in my shoes.
Oh, by the way, did you guys get the butthole emails from Hacker?
Maybe I didn't check yet. I didn't check.
Okay, just checking.
Did you get the email from Hacker?
Yeah, supposedly he's dropping a new website Monday.
All right, then. We'll all go there on Monday.
All right. Hey, OC, get over yourself.
Chris Dibs. I am lucky to have my brother, very, and I always say that. Like you're lucky-ish to have your mother more than you want to admit. That's what I was calling you.
I know that. Yeah.
Right, because it didn't seem like you seem like you're taking umbrage. But no, I feel bad you're on your own, Chris Dubs. But I'd probably be dead without you. I'd probably be like totally homeless. No one wants to. Yeah, I'm just seeing this.
Around on the street.
It's the difference between eating shit and being persona non grata. That's all I'm asking. You don't have to feel sorry for me. At least try to comprehend. I think there's this wall that comes up. Just work harder. You can get a job. Everyone goes through that. Like, you've never gone through the shit I have. It's just weird how these people, they find me. I don't look for them. I'm a punk. And you got to take a shower, apparently.
I don't want to.
I seriously don't know what your problem is. Explain yourself, Dubs. I'm not sure what the problem is.
I'm off grid. I don't take showers.
What did I add ish to? Remind me. What did I just add ish to? What did I say?
I don't even know.
I don't remember. Oh, the email. Wait. You, OffGrid, you were talking about an email. Hacker, the real hacker, was sending emails. Something Hacker was saying. I guess Horsehead didn't get one. He's too cool. He's not going to be part of the club here.
Or Horsehead. Let's bring Horsehead on. Why not?
Horsehead's a busy guy. He doesn't have time for that shit.
Yes, I want the world to cater to me. Nice. Fuck it. I want to get what I can out of this world at this point. Hey, I did my best. I tried to work these jobs. I said, fine. So many times I probably should have said, fuck this job and quit. But I stayed with it because you want to be a good worker, hard work ethic. I put my time into this job, and it just led to more like insanity. So no, no, Dubs doesn't get it. I shit on people constantly. You don't see me at work, man. You see me here. And I got to tell my shrink, there was one key thing I got to tell you, and it's absolutely true. My shrink has always said, well, maybe, like you had said kind of off-grid, I don't know how to de-escalate things. Now, in the past, I was more standoffish. Like that crazy lady in the supermarket, old me would have backed off. For the past 4, 5, 6 years since our father's stroke and all this crazy shit, and me seeing a shrink, I said, well, fuck it. If I'm going to, no matter what I do, damned if I do, damned if I don't, fuck it. I'm going to give it back to them. Let me pull up my camera. Hey, some crazy bitch. Yeah, who's following you, lady? Okay, yeah, voodoo. Yeah. I might as well throw it back at them at this point because they're going to behave like that regardless. They understand. But you put it back. They're trying to find a way to make it. It's blowing their minds that people like me have to go through this shit, and I think they're trying to find a way to make it work in their, in their tiny.
No, you're the one that's crazy, and you're trying.
Yes.
To find a way to
Well, fine. If I'm crazy, then give me my fucking e-bucks. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised when the election just be.
You guys have never lived my experience. This is the Spurg experience. Okay.
Well, I wouldn't believe this.
Sorry.
I'm lucky-ish to have my brother or something. I'm lucky-ish. Oh, just because you don't make as much as his mother does. Like, I'm lucky to have him. OffGrid is luckier to have his mom, who probably makes more than you, as he was telling us. Has a much nicer house that she owns, and we're running out of money because So yeah, I was talking degrees of my mooching versus OffGrid's mooching, but OffGrid might get upset if I say that. So let's be careful.
I'm a mooch. Mooch some good.
Absolutely, dude. When have I ever hidden the fact that man was a fucking genius? The moment I came across it, I'm like, this dude's a fucking, he's the man, brilliant. When have I ever hidden that?
Okay, there, exactly. So you're trying to do that Todd Cope sentence. But the thing is, society doesn't hate you necessarily. Okay, maybe after like a month on the job, every job you've ever had. Yeah, your goal is to avoid confrontation. No, that's just an excuse. That's a cope. That's what I was going to say. It's a cope.
Wait, who said avoid confrontation? No, I said I used to, like in the past, I wouldn't film a crazy person in public. I'd back down. Now it's like, well, fuck it. They're still going to go crazy on me. So I film it. At least you can see I'm not making this shit up. This really happened. I deal with this crap.
Yeah.
So what is this? Wait. Stop a minute, just real quick. Doggo, everyone's acting weird. Is this the real Doggo?
No.
What? Doggo, what the fuck?
What the hell is wrong here?
Doggo likes a good panel.
No, he wants me to bring Brandon on. Brandon, which one's Brandon? Is Brandon one of the trolls? Who's Brandon? Oh, Brandon is 24 hours. That's his name. Oh, no, 20 is not G. No, you're talking about, okay, Brandon. I forgot his name. Okay, 24 hours. Is that Brandon?
No.
I thought he wanted me to bring. Who's Brandon?
Brandon's Brandon. There was a Brandon in the chat, wasn't there?
I thought he was this guy. This is JT. I don't want to bring him on.
Yeah.
That's a part of it too. Here it is. Yes, the great me. Despite being socially inept, I still see a bigger picture. There. I said to you earlier, do you know this Brandon dude? And you were like, oh, he's just a troll. And then we both forgot who he was. But now that it's John, no, you're not bringing that asshole on. That's why he's not going to bring anything productive. He's going to try to like sabotage us. He's another great example. Not that this matters. By the way, I'll bring it back on in a minute. The internet doesn't matter. It's not real life. But what I do say about the internet, I know you're getting tired. But it's like amazing. People still bring their true selves to the table. If you don't like me, fine. What do you care if I stream? You can say, I disagree with this guy. I'm not going to watch him. Let's get this fucker. That's what I deal with. And the people doing it aren't the people like, hey, boss man, you don't like me. Let's have a confrontation. Fuck it. But like these third-party people who would either get involved or they observe and just blame me for it because it's easier to throw the Spurg weirdo on the bus. And this time we treated, well, fine, just give me my money already. Give me my $8. I've never denied that. I think I've always been straight. It's like, do people even listen to me, man? This isn't the violin time. This isn't I'm not saying feel sorry. Forget about that. If you disagree with me, are you fucking people even listening to me? How many times I got to fucking repetition par for the course? But how many fucking times? Christ. When have I ever hit another one? I've been saying since I started streaming, Todd's a fucking genius because, fuck it. Give me my $8. If this ain't going to treat me, fuck it. Oh, my God. I thought I've made my point very, very clear.
Are you done? For fuck's sake, dude. This is why everyone...
No, and that's another thing.
He's never done.
I'm never done. I just thought if I got to take a piss, I got to roll out because I'm okay for now.
Oh, you put the timer on loop, I guess.
Well, next you'd walk out and I'd piss.
Yeah,
okay.
Walk out, yes.
Where'd you put the piss? Well, not yet, but if I need to, where's the piss jugs?
Left.
Because you've pissed like 3 times and pissed the roll. Now I think I'm done. Brace yourself. I'm about to bring you back on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 2.5, and 1. Well, welcome back.
I have nothing else to say.
You just said, "Are you done?" Like you had some great point.
Dude, my point's been made. You freak out on people and you don't let you.
Well, in fairness, this is a little. I'm going to say, and even Brother Click. I see BroC. I'm lucky to have him. I'm lucky-ish to have him. He'll criticize me. Yeah, you're abrasive. Yeah, you don't back down. Yeah, but even you'll admit how I am here is different. It's different-ish.
Yeah,
This is. I'm having a panel. You want to come on and talk to me, or this isn't like a job. We're going to work together, and I better watch what I say to you because you might not like me, and then like some third party doesn't like me, or the boss says, "Oh, he's a problem." Even if he's a good worker, everyone says they hate him. So I don't. This isn't like you can't compare this to a job environment. I know all about you, OC, because I see how you behave on YouTube. Like just Christ. And that, what's his name? Morrissey Wildcat. You're a parody of yourself. You're seeing what I'm presenting here. I'm being honest. I'm telling you who I am. But how I present on YouTube is different to how I present at work. Different how if I go to the DMV and get a license, that's different than work or this. If we're going to visit some elderly relatives, they're all dead now. But when we did, it would be different than this. Hi, Grandma. How are you? It's like the environment also shapes how I behave. This isn't an act, but how I behave here, the mask I put on might be. So when you're judging me based on what you've seen on YouTube, that's not how I acted around Grandma, or how I acted going to the DMV, standing in line, or how I act if I have to go to court for a traffic ticket. I mean, or how I work, or how I act in school. It's like,
when he goes to the bank to make a deposit.
right. Part of me is always me, but I think this is true for all of us. So, okay, welcome back. Well, okay, are you listening? Are you at least listening? You can disagree, but are you at least listening?
Yes, and I completely disagree. You're acting like me talking to you now, like it's not you. You obviously, we all have different fucking like tones and fucking personas in different places, but I'm getting the real dude when I converse back and forth with you.
What? Hold on. I might be biased because I can only look at my own eyes, and you know me from the internet. The only person who can really answer that question would be BroC. You know me better than any these people, and you're not me. You're an outside party. You are my brother. You might be biased both ways, either to stand up for me or to say, yeah, he's a fucking asshole. You might have your biases, but you know me in real life. You see me in different. I mean,
I'm not with him when he's at work. I don't know what tone of voice.
Well, maybe you should be to babysit him.
Yeah. Well, that's what he doesn't want. I'm already too much of a leech and a burden on him. Last thing he wants to do is have to like babysit me at work.
I know, yeah.
My retard Spurg brother. I'm the retard Spurg brother. He doesn't want to babysit me at work. Exactly. Would you? Why don't you? Hey, what is your brother doing? He's a Spurg. You're always talking about your brother's a Spurg, and you admire how BroC, the way he treats me. Okay, yep, okay. Why do you have him? You can get bunk beds. Why don't you have your Spurg brother move into your room with you?
Dude, my Spurg brother's doing great right now. He like got a motorcycle. He's riding that shit. He's whooping your ass right now.
But he works for his daddy at the jewelry store, right?
No, dude, he literally has an electrical engineering degree, and he does like different odd jobs and shit.
So he's one of those genius Spurgs.
Yeah.
I'm a moron Spurg. That's the difference. And I got the ADHD. Plus, he does live with your father, though. Like, you live with your mom, he lives with your father, correct?
Yeah. We both used to live there like a year ago.
Padding. Well, I'm saying, maybe if you don't like the word neat adjacent, the padding. I want my padding. Yes, security blanket. Yes.
You have your mother's security. He has his father's security. OC wants the government security.
That's another thing. One other thing. As you know, we're not hiding it. We've been drinking. So you're seeing me drunk and tired in a different environment. You go to 0 to 100. I'm not going to work drunk as a skunk, except that one time I was in the car accident. But I don't go to work drunk as a skunk and go, hey, you, where are you from? When I go to a bank and see the bank teller, I'm there to conduct business. I'm not like, hey, where are you from? Tell me about yourself. It's like you really can't. This is kind of unfair to me or anyone else on YouTube. You can't say, well, what I see of you on YouTube, you must be like that with the bank teller and then the fucking cashier. It's like we're kind of all over the board here with this bullshit. But not just about me. I would say about anybody. If you said, like, I don't know, like if Todd is ranting about, oh man, these niggers my father to work with, I went downtown, this fat bitch. You don't say those things at work. So who you see on YouTube is a side of it is the real me or the real whoever showing a side of themselves, but you can't assume, and you shouldn't assume, that's how they present 24/7 in all various social environments. I'm going to put that out there.
Okay, do you want an award for that statement?
No, I want acknowledgement, not for my own sake, but for anyone's sake who's a YouTuber. I mean, I don't know about you. When you go to Walmart, who knows? Like you got your mother's padding. When you go to Walmart, be honest, do you walk around with the bong, smoking out, hey, manager, man, let me go over to aisle 7, man. Okay, if you do, lucky you. You get social privileges I don't, because I get fired for doing that. So, is that, do you go, okay, the boss says, hey, OffGrid, you should go over that aisle and stock that. Okay, one sec. What were we doing? I mean, the way I'm seeing you here is how you are. Be honest.
No, I mean, okay, I act like a little bitch to the boss too, just like everyone else.
And I'm not even criticizing you for that. Just like I didn't criticize you for living with your mother. I know I'm not this total monster you think I am, where I'm like going to work and saying, fuck you, boss, I know better. That's unfair to me or unfair to anybody who claims problems like this, because you're taking what you see on YouTube and so I don't expect you to be blowing cannabis in the boss's face. And I acknowledge that. So you guys are acting like, oh, I do know the way you act here, you go from 0 to 100. That must be how you are 24/7. I'm like, no, you people yourselves are different in different social environments. I think we all are. But yes, there's definitely a part of me that will always come through. It's my personality and part of you that probably comes through everywhere. But there are things we might say and do here that we wouldn't do in front of grandma or in front of the boss or at the bank teller or whatever.
Well, yeah, so it just means, so you probably everyone tries to hold it together more in public. So you probably hold it together for a while, and then things like get out of hand at some point, and then you get into the Spurg fight, and then normies hate you, and then that probably just makes you like even more of a Spurg to be hated. Like it's like a chain domino cycle or something.
Of everything you've said, this is the most accurate synopsis. I would agree. There's probably definitely that. There is, because there's a sense, and the strongest point, I'll admit it, like with my brother, they suspended him. That would have pissed me off. I'd say, fine, I'll go home. And then if 1 week later you're begging me to work all these hours, I would say, aren't you the fucking assholes? I would get, yes, that is definitely part of who I am. I definitely call things out, which probably escalates things, or at the very least, it means these bosses are less likely to want to help when something goes crazy. I fully admit that. I don't disagree with that. That's an accurate, yes.
And normies hate that, dude. They absolutely hate that, dude.
Well, that means I'm not normie work material. I can't work with them. They can't work with me. Give me my $8. Cheers. I need another beer. But I agree. When you're right, you're right. I agree. I think it's a bit more complex than that, but ultimately, there's definitely some truth to that. Yes, me being a Spurg, getting under people's skin, whether it's my fault or not, then me getting pissed when they react, and me saying, "Well, fuck you. Who do you think you are?" Yeah, there's definitely that element. Sure.
Well, that's what you just gotta avoid, because it's just not worth it, dude. Like, you're a good guy, so why do you want to let that hold you down?
Well, I do think that's being the Spurg means I end up in these situations more than the average person, whereas you might not see that side of that asshole. The asshole is more likely to present that side to me, which makes me even more resentful because, the normies at work don't have to deal with this, but I do. That's pissing me off. I want to be treated like a normie too. You want me to wage slave? I should get the same rights as a normie, which adds to the Spurg tension.
Yeah, just take a breather. Just gotta take 5 or some shit. Gotta count 10 like in Sopranos.
And Cassandra wants to say, no one is claiming you're 100% the same here and at work. We know you act differently because most of us here have to put on a mask. Okay, Cassandra's just spouting just like generic crap. I was mostly addressing the whole, I've seen you go to 0 to 100. Well, this is my stream. I can act however I want, and I'm drunk here. I've seen no difference between sober OC and I'm like, how often do you see me sober and out and about? It's just I don't get it. So that was more of addressing, what's his name? Morrissey Wildcat.
I don't think I've really seen you sober either.
I've done a few sober streams. I've called them sober stream. You might see me sober when I'm driving around. I can't drive now, but the driving isn't like YouTube here streaming. Driving is more like when I used to have my micro cassette tapes, and I would just rant into a micro cassette tape. So that's a little different too. That's another side of me.
Do you think you're alcoholic?
Probably. That's one of my diagnoses, minor alcoholism. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but that's one of my diagnoses.
That doesn't help, dude.
No. Real quick, I want to address Jasmine. Thank you for asking. Left feels great. Right is still sore. I'm going to follow doctor's orders. No weight bearing until I go back to the ortho clinic in April 9th or 10th. So I won't know till mid-April. But it feels like it's healing. But see, I have nothing to compare it to. I don't know if it's much better than it was going to be or if it's actually worse. I might go, they might say, wow, it might feel better, but you're way behind. Or they might say, hey, it's healing well. I don't know yet. I won't know, but it definitely feels better-ish, but it's still swollen. The right is very swollen. The left can be sore, but the left feels normal. Okay. Sorry, what were you saying?
Your bro's going to leave you and you're going to be an alcoholic hobo on the street.
I wish I could eat your shit. I wish you're suspended for a day. Okay, I'll eat that shit. Then they beg you to come in. That would piss me off. But I've never had people call me up drunk and say, man, I love you, man. So glad to have you, man. You're a cute little shit, and we're so happy to have you here. I don't get to eat that shit. Okay, so again, you're not paying attention to we all have to walk different paths in life. It is what it is. But poor comparison. I've never had that. Have I ever said to you, wow, I got a call from this guy and this chick and this well, all my coworkers love me. They want to call me off the clock drunk to tell me how much they love me. Why do these people even like when they call you up? Is there some other motive, like they want you to work for them or something?
No,
or
they're
just drunk out of their minds and want to tell how much they love. I've never had that. I've worked with a lot of alcoholic coworkers. No one's ever called me up drunk and said, I love you, man.
It's a domino effect because he does something like weird, spurgy first, and then they have like a little issue with it, and then he like starts acting more weird or something, and then someone else will get involved, and then he'll start to feel like, oh, these people are against me, blah, blah, and then they'll start acting even more weird. That's the domino effect.
Well, like Cassandra's saying, you often focus on this point to prove that you're not abrasive. No, I myself have said I am abrasive. That's why I love Todd's comment. He goes, I'm paraphrasing. Your shrink says you're an asshole, doesn't play well. I would agree with that, and furthermore add that you're abrasive and brash and kind of rude and violate people's spaces. I agree. Pour it on. But that's when he says, but still, it doesn't justify this. And I've seen people act worse. That's that stare. And I can't explain. I can't carry you guys up the stairs. That's why I still think it's so refreshing. The brilliant philosopher is here. That's despite all the starlings and all the riffraff. Oh, it's not just he's not agreeing with me. He's not saying, poor you, OC, I totally feel for you. He's saying, yeah, you are a fucking asshole. I'll even add on more, but that still doesn't justify this. This is normie craziness. And I got a bunch of normies coming on saying, not making it to that next stair, saying, oh, you always try to make it about you. I can't explain it to you any more. I don't think. This has been a lot. I do these streams more for me. This is my like a social interaction. Are you okay? You falling asleep?
I gotta go to bed soon.
Yeah, brother.
I'm getting out of it.
Okay. All right. So where were we? I'm going a little longer. I don't want you to feel too out of it. He's off tomorrow. Sleep in. Have a day off.
Yes,
You've earned it.
I have. Yes.
Do you regret streaming tonight or?
No, not at all. This was interesting.
I think this is probably the most you've spoken with OffGrid.
Yeah, no, I didn't think we would be here for 2 hours.
Right, we're gonna be after half an hour. So OffGrid, you saved our little stream
You
here.
did. Thank you, OffGrid. Thank you.
Yeah, I was just gonna do a dumbass like nothing stream, so this is more social or better, anyways.
Well, there we go. See, we're enjoying each other's company. We're socializing. See that?
Yes.
Yeah. I think BroC does a really good job of like putting up with you and keeping his mouth shut to like keep the peace. Because if I was BroC, I would be like fucking getting in fights with you for sure.
Well, you don't see.
You would be slitting his throat.
No. Here, part of the problem is with BroC. We talk about different sides of people. There's a part of BroC you guys don't see, and like my brother, he likes to keep the peace at work. He'll keep the peace on YouTube. I see the real, you fucking asshole. I'm abrasive. He saves it up, and he has every right to be angry. But he's caught, like he doesn't want to challenge the boss. He doesn't want to show that on camera, unless he's not in the mood to have a.
I'm too drunk and tired.
But again, it goes to show what they're seeing of you here isn't every aspect of you.
Correct. Yeah,
So that's they're saying BroC is this, OC you're that. They're making these declarations and not
Also, you do respect him, so good on you, OC.
Yes.
Oh, look at this!
It's not just I respect you, or respect him. Who's respecting who?
He's respecting you for respecting me.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Well, it was good. It was a good chat. It was pretty long.
Thank you for coming on OffGrid.
Pretty long, as in boring, as in how do you okay? How do you feel now after talking to Spurg and his brother for an hour or so? How do you feel?
Good.
Angry, drained of energy, indifferent. How do you feel?
No, I'm not like Todd. I'm not yawning and shit. I'm not doing the old yawn. That was good. No, I'm happy to chat, even if it went on for like a couple hours. I don't mind.
It wasn't quite that long.
Yeah, like
Hour and change.
Hour and change. Okay.
But it feels like a few hours with the Spurg, doesn't it?
Feels like 4 days.
Feels like an eternity.
I wasn't paying attention. I was getting high, eating Taco Bell.
You weren't paying attention to much anything, but thank you.
That's not true. Come on.
Okay.
All right, I guess that's it then. We said our piece. Have a good night, everybody.
I can tell he's getting out of it. He's probably going to. Well, it's a good thing we're upstairs. You can just hobble across to. You brought water? You got water? Or,
Yeah, I got water.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Okay, so that's
All right,
it.
guys.
All right. Thank you, OffGrid with Mom's Prosperity. Always good to see you.
Yes. Have a good night.
Later.
See, I think digs like that, we got to work out the intention. Was it fuck him? Or was it like a joke because he got so upset over that? It's like funny to point out that, bro, it's something to be upset over.
He's getting higher and higher.
Well, that's true.
We go on.
I think we're seeing,
Yeah.
I'm drunker. You're tireder and drunker. He's higher. It's like you're.
Exactly.
It's like
we're all past our limit. Yeah.
so. If I spurg out more, he zones out more, or whatever. He falls asleep. It's well, you can't compare this to whatever. I don't know. No, I stand by everything I've said.
Okay, good for you.
Okay.
Right.
Anything else you want to say? I can end this, or I can go on for another 10, 15 minutes while you get yourself ready. Or I can take a piss while you.
That's up to you. I don't know what you. I mean,
I really because it's like what I'm doing when I do crawl back downstairs. Buddy, okay, what are you doing there? Stop. What are you doing?
I'm moving these cans for you.
Okay, don't do that. That's right. I appreciate it. He's out of it.
Have a good night,
I'm gonna kill this in a minute, but
okay.
once I kill it, I gotta crawl downstairs, I guess.
Should I watch you?
No, I can get downstairs. I'm worried he's gonna get to his room. Okay. Yeah, let's think about BroC working all these hours, supporting my lazy ass. Just in general. Like, I guess it's true for all of us to an extent. When you hit that point where, oh shit, I'm out of it, I gotta go to bed. I can tell when he starts. We were all drunk and tired to start. You see different sides of a person. He was at his breaking point. Not breaking point, but his maximum. Yeah. There we go. Okay. It was nice to talk to him. OffGrid. I'm gonna let him get settled. The reason I keep going, I still got a thing of beer. I'm not going downstairs until this is finished. I'm not crawling downstairs with beer. That's why I wanted to keep going a little bit. But if there's nothing else to say, there's nothing else that well, I can read chat, and I find it hard to multitask, but I also think it's rude to not, and you're going to laugh and say you cut the guest off all the time, but I can't read all your comments. So I'm trying to talk to his point. So what was you saying? If it weren't for these economic issues related to gainful employment and self-supportation, we'd all just be pals around here. So are you trying to say you don't like the lazy bum get a job? You think I'm leeching off? You're not even American, but you think I'm leeching off the system? I don't understand what your gripe is. Good question. When is Laffy going to do that face reveal? We are winding down. I hope this is the real doggo. I didn't say this digging. I was asking you to elaborate, but okay. I'm behind in wherever this chat is. I'll go a little. I still got beer, so I'll go until this. I want to open a new one. I'll go until this is till this is done. But how much? It was a good conversation, says Cassandra. How much of it did you hear? You just sort of fluttered in and started just spouting blue pill bullshit. Even OffGrid wasn't that blue pilled. And maybe you mean well, but it's like, were you even paying attention? There were some better moments, and then of course it's just. I was actually pouring my soul out, and I was saying, and he freezes up, and I'm like, why does this always happen? It doesn't happen during the blah blah blah. It happens during the good moments. Oh well. Hopefully the stream comes out okay. You can go back and watch it later, or not. There we go. Yes, I gave up actual cigarettes for vape like 10, 12 years ago. Whenever this became a thing. Oh, you were talking about being under scrutiny. Well, I think anyone who comes on YouTube is opening themselves up to scrutiny. I thought you were talking about what did you say? Can't find it. If it weren't for these economic issues, I thought you were talking about a broader economic and government thing. Like, okay. Yes. Well, if I were a millionaire or something else, I wouldn't have these problems. Not just, yes, everyone would like to say, fuck it, I'm not going to work, but I don't have what it takes to climb that hierarchy. It's not just that I can't climb the social hierarchy at work. I'm like deliberately excluded from it. And when I tell you my stories and you're such a victim, I'm just trying to tell you what my experiences have been. Well, we all feel like that. I had a boss I didn't like. He was kind of an asshole. Yeah, anyone try to run you over? Strangle you? If I have a boss here, all the way I can tell my stories. I keep saying, but it's like I want to do videos, and now I'm in a wheelchair. My life. It wasn't blue pill. Please, just we all feel like that sometimes. We all have to eat shit. It's like, okay. But yeah, it might be true, but you're saying the general one size fits all sort of way. But yeah, you were typing pretty immediately when you would ask an open-ended question. Maybe it would have made more sense in the moment. Sure, it was vague or generic. Sorry. Okay. You better be sorry. Just curious how someone would get on eBucks would qualify. I think the diagnosis. I'm going to start applying. I keep saying it's I'm always like, do we have to get to a place, get settled? I know getting temporary eBucks, which I've been on many times before, is always. I was thinking to my shrink, like all these shit jobs I've had. I spent a lot of time on temporary eBucks, whether it be unemployment, whether it be TDI, temporary disability insurance, these temporary eBucks. I've been on a lot of temporary. It seems like what am I best at doing? Neatbucks. Make it permanent. I got to go for the full-time Neatbucks job. Yes, full-time Neatbucks job. This will be my last temporary stint. Fuck this. This is what this broken legs have shown me. You meant personal economic issues where everyone has an opinion about your situation in life related to employment, your relationship with your brother. Okay. If I ever call into one of these streams, I'll never fill your ears with rainbows and shit. Okay. But you're more than welcome to call in. Now, and I even said, you weren't even listening, like with Todd. That's why I like his comments. He didn't give me the rainbows. I'm not looking for rainbows. I actually like when people say you're an asshole. I agree. You're a motherfucking asshole. However, that's actually not the issue at hand. You guys can't get past that step. Oh, you're an asshole. That's why you have these problems. You're an asshole. Yeah. Todd flat says, yes, you're an asshole. He's not sugarcoating anything. He's not giving me rainbows. You're an asshole, but he gets it. Not just for my sake. He understands there's more going on that most people are oblivious to. You're an asshole. You're a piece of shit. But that alone doesn't fully explain the degree. Oh, we all eat shit. Not to this degree. No. Hello. You missed me talking to OffGrid. and Brother Click had to go to bed. But I still have some beer, so I wanted to go on a little further. Plus, I haven't streamed in my room for so long. It's nice to be back in my old haunt. I wonder if this room is still haunted. I don't know. I don't feel the ghostly presence downstairs. I'm not feeling it now. Maybe the ghost left the room when I wasn't here. Where's the cutoff point? Yeah, Section 8 is very hard to get. In fact, my brother and I were talking. If we try to apply to places together, you got the money and the job, but should I put myself down as head of household because Section 8 is a voucher that's granted to head of household. So I have to, but if they see head of household, unemployed, injured, would they be less likely to take our application? But if I put that down, I do get a Section 8 voucher. It has to go to the head of household, not a secondary. So on the secondary, they wouldn't accept my voucher because my brother would be head of household. Again, nope, I don't mean rainbows about me scrutinizing you like a sadist. I mean talking about life being like that sometimes. I still understand what you mean. Life being like that. What you think being like that is, that's the normie being like that. I get it tenfold. That's what you're missing. Whatever you think being like that is, life is like that for all of us sometimes. No, for me, it's times 10, times 20. Please. I don't know. Things or poltergeist, things have fallen down out of nowhere. Or maybe just some, I don't know, maybe the flooring isn't even. I don't know. Hasn't happened in a while. You used to like to hang out like right over here-ish. They might still be there, but there's a piece of furniture we moved, and I don't. My brother did a good job cleaning my room. Still a mess, but cleaner. And I can't even get up to do. Can't get up to do anything because all I can do is crawl. Okay. I don't know how I would do that. I have to get my brother to hold my camera while to record me because you want to see first person perspective as I go down the stairs. Well, articulate it better. I'm not following. He's saying everyone is rainbows by saying life feel like, yeah, that's kind of like the blue pill, kind of just generic, one size fits all. Educated guess, if I'm not dead or homeless, I would think my brother and I living in one of these, what do you call it? These nice apartments that are not Section 8. Section 8 is a federal voucher. One of these in New Jersey, different states, different names, affordable housing within our bracket, and hopefully on Social Security. I want SSDI, but if I have to settle for SSI to begin with, on some kind of SSDI. And like I told, what's his name, OffGrid, I could still work on SSDI, keep it under the threshold, work 3-4 days, and if the job sucks, don't have to worry about, oh shit, I got fired again, or oh shit, this guy's going nuts, he's coming after me with a baseball bat behind in the back alley. I don't have to worry about that. I can say, well, we still have our money coming in. So yeah, I lost my job again, but it's okay. We still got the government monies because apparently I'm such a fuck up that I can't hold a job. Like I said, the safety net. What I do is I bathe now. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I don't really like getting into tubs, but I have to crawl myself in. And when I do, I don't get to use shampoo because I like shampoo into the shower. So my hair, and then when I get out, I got to put the same clothes on. So that's probably I should change my clothes. It's all stained. I was thinking about doing that. That's why I'm kind of glad I'm upstairs. I was thinking upstairs. Should I get a change of clothes? So you're kind of forced to. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm not going anywhere, but I'm forced to wear the same shit every fucking day, and I can't shampoo my hair thoroughly. And it's getting longer now. I got to find. Well, I found a comb. It looks disgusting. I don't have a comb downstairs. So what you're commenting on is my clothing and my hair. You associate that with, oh, you didn't bathe. Even when I do bathe, I'm putting on the same filthy clothes, and I didn't have a comb. Didn't matter when my hair was a bit shorter. So you're seeing my what do you call it? dying gall hair. My dying gall hair. Yes. I'm not sure. The landlord, because I don't keep wasting my brother's money, but I want to be able to actually move things. I don't know how. I gotta figure. Okay, like I keep saying, if they clear me for physical therapy, I'll get a better idea of how quickly I'm progressing. I want to be able to move shit. Summertime's a great time to move shit. I don't want to be here in the fall. I'm moving out by then. I think the landlord realized, I wished maybe if I can go back with the crystal ball, instead of freaking out over the landlord coming, I would have looked into this shit earlier and I said to the guy, listen, man, you can't just fucking kick us out. I think I've told you, he's never had to kick anyone out before. So I can probably fight him and push him, but I don't want to be here forever. So I'm hoping fall is kind of late. I'm thinking like July, August, just move out during the summer. It depends on how mobile I am, how on my feet I am. I'll know in April. Because when I would ask these people, I don't know if they were patronizing me, I'd say, listen, I got to move out summertime-ish. They'd say, yeah, you should be able to move furniture. You'll still be recovering, but yeah, you should be able to move things and walk by then. So if that's true and accurate, and I won't know until mid-April. If that's true and accurate, then I'll know better. I'll know better. Ask me at the end of April. Ask me in 1 month. I can't answer these questions now. I'm not going to put weight on the right foot, and the right leg and ankle. I'm not going to risk that until they either say it's appropriate or, oh shit, it tore again or it didn't fuse properly. I won't know until April. All right. Dude, you just came on and told me everyone goes through shit. Get a job, you bum. Okay, yes. Get on all the programs and housing. Amen. Now you're talking my language, man. I think that's part of it too. A lot of people, even the shrink. So maybe I should upload this most recent session. They want to believe you're not so bad. You're just being lazy. You're not so bad. At some point, the more they talk to me, they realize, wow, you really are fucked up. You're more fucked up than we realized. I think I'm normal. Like I said before, I don't get to sit at the cool kids table. When it comes to normal shit, I'm a fucking retard. But when things go wrong, the retards get a pass. I'm suddenly held to normie standards. So the analogy, the takeaway there is, I think you're saying I'm more fucked up than you want to believe. Yes, I would do that when I'm on SSDI, yes. Utter garbage. Dev Pike hasn't used that picture in a while, but nice to see you. Image of Dev Pike. I don't think that's the real Dev. Yes, I think a lot of normies feel that way. They don't understand what it is, so therefore it's not real. Yeah, that's why anytime someone says that, I think, yeah, I don't believe in autism. It's bullshit. But I'm a Spurg too. If you were a Spurg, this isn't a badge of honor. This sucks. Yes, it is. I'm hoping to get not just skinny, it's wobbly too. Like the kneecap, the bend in the knee is all wobbly. When I tried to stand on my left, it's like, whoa. Well, that won't really work. You see, for SSI, your disability has to last a year or longer. So unless I really fuck it up, they're going to say, well, he should be healed-ish within less than a year. So why would I want to fuck my leg? I need to be able to move, and I still want to be functional. It's like the movie Office Space. The one guy worked in the office like a dog all those years, and then finally we had that major accident, and he was like all in bandages in that wheelchair. He was so happy. I got my $1 million payout. If you keep at it, eventually you'll be successful. But of course, the joke is, yeah, but to get that $1 million payout, you're all fucked up. You can't even enjoy it. Still have beer. You need a neurosurgery? I do have one. I've got one. Well, that's what I was afraid of. I got damn lucky because I called a bunch of places. I just hit the pay one day. If you give us $1,000, we can write a report. If you give us 5,000, we'll do a thorough report, but we can't guarantee anything. I finally found one who took at the time, this was a couple summers ago, over 2 years ago. I was working at the one grocery store. I had their medical insurance, and they accepted it. So I got the diagnosis for $50, and it was a full report. Otherwise, all the other places didn't take the insurance. It's very hard to find an adult autism place. I got so damn lucky. This woman called me back. I was about to give up. I called like 4 or 5 places. They all said the same. Well, I called multiple places. Most said we don't diagnose adults. Others said we will if you give us $5,000. This one said, yeah, I do it, and I take your insurance. I said, awesome. Now, actually, I answered honestly. I didn't know how I was going to end up, and she said yes. At the end of the day, she said yes. I was even afraid there was something called, like they bundled the doors opening. They bundled, autism, Asperger's, PTSD. They took all that high functioning. They made all that autism, and then they came up with a new definition called NVLD, nonverbal learning disorder, which nonverbal doesn't mean you can't speak. It means the problem is not a verbal problem, meaning you can speak. It's something else. NVLD sounds like another form of autism to me. So it's like, if you're going to roll all the other shit together, why not include that? And I said, listen, this NVLD thing scares me because it sounds like autism, but it wasn't bundled. And she said NVLD is more for a child or teenage diagnosis, and she said something like, what did she tell me? She herself, before the bundling, didn't understand like why HFA was separate from level 1, separate from this. She said some of it was redundant, so she understood the bundling, but NVLD, she claimed, was more for teenagers to try to work on their social skills, but it sounded like another branch of autism to me. So I was so afraid I'd get that. But no, she said, no, this is clearly your SPIRG and ADHD and PD. And what was the other one? Avoidant and PTSD and the minor alcohol. I have it downstairs. Wait a minute. 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 You deleted your channel. And homie, you haven't spoken to me in 3 or 4 weeks. You're upset with me. This isn't the real dumb. This isn't the real dumb. No. I'm talking about how once upon a time they were all different diagnoses, and then they took a bunch and just made it all collectively autism. They don't test individually for Asperger's or PDD-NOS or high functioning. They don't test for those individually anymore, not in this country. They bundle into autism. And I said, well, why even have NVLD be separate then? Because it sounds like yet another candidate to be bundled in with autism. They don't test individually. You just get autism. No, that is not the real dumb. No. That is not the real dumb. No. No, it does not look legit. No. No, I don't remember. I don't remember a cheeseburger. No. Okay. Everyone go watch OffGrid. Wait. OffGrid doesn't... I'm subscribed to him. I'm subscribed to one of his. Whichever one I'm subscribed to doesn't have that red broadcast symbol, so I don't think he's on. But I guess, I'm open to criticism. But what I hear from you people is just what I hear from just the normies. Just it's so refreshing when someone has the philosophical, intellectual capacity to climb a stair. That is refreshing. And I guess you got to walk in these shoes to know it. And you can, interpret that however you want. Go change the channel. Go run away. I go from 0 to 100. I'm almost winding down, but I still got beer. What am I supposed to babble about? Here, yeah. I know it's different in the United States. Well, maybe. I don't know. But just autism is the bundle. Look at the gray in my beard. And in the swath of hair on the side. I'm just looking at myself. I can't stand up and look directly into a bathroom mirror anymore. Have I grayed even more? Possibly. Yes, I got that one too. I don't think when I end the stream, what's going to happen is I leave comments on. YouTube will auto shut them off within like 6 to 12 hours. So if you want to leave a comment and they're off, I'll turn them back on when I get around to. I'll probably be asleep when they turn them off, and I'll have to come back and turn them on. I've gotten that. They whenever I stream, they turn my comments off, but after the fact. It's been going on. But that was going on before my accident. It's been going on for months now. I don't know if anyone else experiences that, but yes. Look, Morrissey, maybe I'm an abrasive asshole, but you speak so matter-of-factly, and you're not even paying attention. Maybe you weren't here, but this has already been discussed. I'm not repeating this. Good observation. This is why I try to listen to other people, but it's hard for me to take any of your observations seriously. It's just put yourself in my shoes. It's very hard for me to take you people seriously. It is the real dumb. Yes, it's the real dumb. Yes, that's clearly him. I can't play guitar. It's downstairs. I can't end it on a song. So how do I end this? Oh, a poem. I can look up a poem. I used to do that. Should I do a poem? How am I going to end this? That's the fake horse. That's the real dumb fake horse. Horse, you in the bath? In the bath, man. You're in the bath. I understand. When I end the stream, you can send me a private link and I'll talk to you in the bath. Let me see. I haven't used this computer in a long time. Let's see here. I haven't used this in like 4 months. I'm like, what folder is this? Where's this? Now you can watch me as I'm kind of bored of the stream. I'm just kind of like, you can't see it, but I'm browsing my desktop right now. I'll be back in a moment. You can watch me as I browse. Where's this? Yeah. But I see me streaming in this room, and it's like I'm slowly improving. So this is a step up, no pun intended. I'm looking here. Thought I had something. Okay, where were we? Come back here. Yeah, they might all just be the same person with multiple alts. That happens. Why don't? What is OASDI? You're talking about SSDI, and I don't know what you call it in Australia. That's actually pretty cool. You got to pocket the cash, don't have to pay the government, and you're still getting some kind of neat bucks. I'm assuming that's admirable. You're admirable in my book. I don't blame you at all. I don't. Of course, I speak matter of factly. Why wouldn't I? Is this a G20 summit or something? I'm not understanding what you're getting at. Almost got into a crash today. Wow. Yeah, it was scary when, oh shit, I felt it was like something out of a movie. Bam, right into that big tree. When the weather gets warmer and I can walk again, I should go to the spot where it happened. I'll show you. I'll record a video. I see. I'm winding down. I'll post the link, but I'm trying to. Oh. All right. Should we say goodnight? I was trying to find a poem to read, but I can't. Nothing's really interesting me. What I should do, and I'll do this next time. The stream's getting long. I'll ask some of you people, what is the shit you have to eat at work, and we'll see how it compares. Because it is kind of a pissing contest. That's what makes the difference between, a Spurg failure fuck up and just a normie with their normie problems. So I'll ask you people what your shit that you eat is, because I'm not impressed with any of you. The more I look at it, I look at more like, it comes across as arrogant and maybe a bit glib, but it's almost like, put yourself in my shoes. Like, you guys, yeah. So. All right, let's see what we have here. I agree. Well said, 24 hours. Good job. Good job. All right, I guess I'll end it here. Thank you all for joining me. It was nice. I'm glad my brother got to be more present than he was last night. Thank you, OffGrid, for coming on. And thank you all for your input. Anything else? Finish my last sips. Anything anyone wants to say before I say goodnight? Well, I think he was offended. I said the neat and denial. It's some point of pride with him. I'm not a failure like you. Let's go with that. Occupational click. Oh, wait, hold on. Actually, what the hell? I'll read a poem. If I could find it. I just saw the poem. What the hell? because I always love this one. Dedicated to Americans in Australia. Roses ruddy and roses white. What are the joys that my heart discloses? Sitting alone in the fading light. Memories come to me here tonight with the wonderful scent of the big red roses. Memories come as the daylight fades. Down on the hearth where the firelight dozes. Flicker and flutter the lights and shades. And I see the face of a queen of maids whose memory comes with the scent of roses. Visions arise of a scent of mirth and a ballroom belle who superbly poses. A queenly woman of queenly worth, and I am the happiest man on earth with a single flower from a bunch of roses. Only her memory lives tonight. God in his wisdom her young life closes. Over her grave may the turf be light. Cover her coffin with roses white. She was always fond of the big white roses. Such are the visions that fade away. Man proposes and God disposes. Look in the glass and I see today only an old man worn and gray. This old man worn and gray, bending his head to a bunch of roses. I thought that was a nice one. A great poem indeed. Okay, now I can say it. Occupational click. Out.